3. Bam. So, hey, so everybody in the comments, yeah, we've been chilling just watching your guys' comments. And whoever had the on time exactly won. So the over didn't win, Puff. The under, be in Cape, not right on time and ready to go. With Ade in the house. I got to point the other way. So what's up, everybody? It's Wednesday night. We're here. We're on time. And we're ready to go.
Yeah.
All right, let's get a shout out. Let's see who's here first. Puff, Me Turn, Uncle Puff, Eugene. What up, Eugene? That's the homie right there. 419 Grows. I mean, we here. We here, bro. We here. What else? John of all trades. What's up, Thomas? So, obviously, you guys have probably met Ade before. I don't know if you guys have. There's only a couple of you guys in here right now, so I'm assuming everybody that's in here. Was it 8:01? Nah. It was on time, bro. Nah, it's 8:01 now. We were here at 8 on the motherfucking dot, bro. But okay, so I'm gonna let Ade introduce herself as I let everybody, and then we're gonna open it up to questions. And let's go from there.
What's up, everyone? I'm Ade. I work in preserving genetics via tissue culture. I do pathogen screening and test genetics. So, and I do that in cannabis, but I'm starting to kind of move on to other crops as well. So it's not just cannabis.
I actually, because, okay, this is a really good question for you. I'm actually intrigued by this whole thing. You've seen the news, right? Have you seen these the Chinese nationals in Michigan that were trying to bring this pathogen in, or this fungus, I guess it was?
Yeah.
So do you know what that is? Do you know about that?
So I seen it, but I didn't really read into it because it was like lately the news, every time I look at it, I'm just like another thing. It's like Jumanji.
I'm in full agreement with you on that.
Yeah.
I try my best not to even watch it. Like, honestly, I really do.
Yeah.
I just don't care that much about it. But I did see that. And it was like, because it was Michigan, and you know, they were saying it could decimate crops, millions of dollars worth of damage. It's pretty, you know, it's
scary. Yeah, because if a pathogen gets into one crop, depending on the so different pathogens prefer certain hosts, but there are quite a bit that can hop from host to host plant. And when I seen that, I was like, man, shit. This is not okay, especially the way here in the US there's a lot of travel and sometimes people don't realize it, but when you take a plant from one state to another, you could take a whole insect with it that's carrying like a pathogen, and it could just kill things from there on out. Like there's certain pathogens on the West Coast that we have that would really kill all the plants on the East Coast if they somehow got there.
Yeah. It's pretty. When you used to travel, you would drive across the country and you would hit these like agricultural like checkpoints, basically. I don't know if they have them anymore. I mean, I haven't really, it's pretty wild. It really is, and that really made me think like the amount of damage that it can do in Michigan, all that.
They have the agricultural checkpoints, I know, in Washington, California, and Oregon.
Okay, I remember they had them in California. That was it. Yep.
Yeah. So I know right now in Northern Oregon, there's a restriction on taking wood to like burn from Northern Oregon to Southern Oregon. So any wood that's in that area, they're kind of making sure that it stays in there because some insect that burrows that they don't want down in Southern Oregon.
Yeah, it's wild. It really is. I do see one question, and then we'll get back to it. So this question is, as you see, I'll read them out as I put them up. Will tissue culture clean? You work on that one. You know what it is.
So Fusarium and Pythium are usually a soil I have 16 crops that I was working on to try and remove it. But typically, if you take the apical meristem, the cut correctly, and there's no mature cell in that cut, when you go to regrow it and have it come all out, um, I always test after to ensure that there's nothing there. But so far, I think Fusarium's the only one I've had an issue where it's like lice, bro. It's so hard to get rid of. But I just feel maybe over the next 6 generations of apicals, it should be gone. It's just taken me 5 so far to get rid of the hopliten, the lettuce chlorosis, and the pythium.
Oh, he's saying it was forest. That's what it was. That's what they were trying to bring in here. Is that what you're saying, complexity? That's what it was? I know it was a mold, a spore mold. I think it was a mold.
I thought it was a fungus or something.
Oh, fungus. Yeah, I think it was a fungus as well. So, okay. Are there give? Man, is that? I mean, listen. Maybe. How about that? I'll just say maybe.
Well, possibly. No one ever collected that free testing that I gave away. The dude sent me a message, and then I told him how to send the samples, and it never happened. So.
Oh, can we do that? Can we give that? Can we give one away? All right. You ask and thou shall receive, Dabzilla. But we're not going to do it right this second because we're going to get to some questions first. But we will give away a test kit today. There you go. What's up, Dark? What's up, Ade? I saw that also. Oh, yeah. They said they were doing it so they could study. Yeah, why study it, though? Like, why they bring it? It's from China, right? Why you bring it to America to study? That makes no sense at all. And that's why they're calling it like a ecological terrorism or whatever they're calling it. It's pretty wild.
Yeah, it is very, very crazy.
I know damn well Ade doesn't have the Dawn mascot with her. Does that make sense to you? Oh shit! I didn't even see. I didn't even see it. Listen, you see it the way I do. Probably people don't realize. To me, my screen, bro, is like this. If any of you guys have been on the back end of the StreamYard, when the comments are out, I can't even see that shit. It's hard. Yeah. That's why I like when you see me like this a lot. It's like I'm trying. Yeah, it's literally the size of my phone. It's probably smaller than my phone. It's how big the screen is right there. It's pretty wild. I don't know why it's like that. And if I enlarge it, the problem is I can't really see the comments because they're so fucking small. So it's whatever. That's why Hawaii. What up, Farmer T? Let's go. Farmer T in the house.
If I keep the duckling away too far from me, it starts crying. So I figured just quiet here.
So that's like your little baby. Your mascot. As he said. Let's go.
A little stoner duck.
I love it. All right, germinating some CSI Wi-Fi. Let's go. That's the reason why we have Japanese beetles. Okay. Forest seam is actually one that people brought in. Yes. Okay. I thought that. Okay. Interesting. But that's already here, isn't it? Isn't that something that's here already?
So I think there's different strains of it.
Okay. Right.
And depending on where it lands and the trees that are more susceptible, they cause a lot more damage. And once you get that in your soil, I've been working with, I can't remember who, but one of the producers I've been working with, and they have it in their soil. And after a few rounds, it starts to affect a lot. And when you have Fusarium, it's like it weakens the vigor, so other pathogens are easier to infiltrate the plant.
Yeah, I call bullshit. Okay, all right. What up? All right, make sure you call Trump pretty close in the general. He's the head of the department. Okay, we're not going political here. Ade, okay, are you okay? Here we go. Are you doing anything with sex testing? Yeah.
So I am. The only thing I need is a leaf. It doesn't matter the maturity of the leaf, just a leaf. So the only thing I'm gonna be slowing down on accepting, like, if you want pathogen screening or sex testing, I would say within the next 2 weeks to get at me, and I need the samples right away because I'm going to be taking a position with a, a nursery. It's not cannabis, but they do tissue culture and breeding and everything there. So
what is it? I mean, can we what just in general, just like flowers, plants, what anything in
uh,
particular,
so
specific?
they have a lot of different ornamentals. They have woody plants as well as exotic plants. Like the managers are going to Europe to go buy and check out some plants, but I'll be running the tissue culture, the breeding, the nursery, and the greenhouses.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Good evening, everybody. How you doing? Top shelf. What's up? Oh, so it makes it so the plant can't pump nutrients. Okay, through the vascular system. Yeah, that's just wild, right? Yeah. So tissue culture. So Ade is a geneticist, as you guys know. She's been on with me a couple times, quite a few times at this point over the last probably year and a half. I don't even know how long it's been. It's been a while. So yeah, you guys have any questions on tissue culture? That's why, that's not the only reason she's here, but she's here to answer you guys' questions for things you might not know about, basically. So I know a lot of you guys were asking about tissue culture, and she could break it down if you guys have any questions what it is. I mean, from the basic of what it is to how it's done. I mean, she could run it down a little bit. We do have, we got her for about 50 more minutes, guys. So I mean, if she wants to talk about tissue culture a little bit, like for dummies, like what it is, just the basic breakdown and what it's used for, I feel like she can start there.
Yeah. So tissue culture is a sterile way to micropropagate. Some people use tissue culture just to propagate, but that's not really what it's basically for. Tissue culture is a way to reduce the exposure to pathogens and to rejuvenate by removing pathogens from strains. So it depends on the approach or what's wrong with the strain or what it is that you're trying to do, that you would be taking certain cuts from. Hold on one second. Here, babe. Sorry, I had to chuck the duck. Um, but it just kind of depends on what it is that you're trying to do. But a lot of people are just using it just to propagate and store their genetics. And I feel like tissue culture, when you're either a large grow or just a medical patient, being able to have your strains in a small storage or a small box inside of a tube where if some reason you got to snatch and go, it makes it a lot easier and you don't lose any genetics. So I feel it's very beneficial for people.
Okay, so here's another question. We'll just get to this. Are there any home sterile kits for sale that aren't too much money for tissue culture?
So I've seen a few. I don't know if they're sterile. They claim to be sterile, but I feel like the way that they're packaged necessarily is not truly sterile. But even if you buy a tissue culture set, like on Amazon, I know that they have them. I don't suggest using any of the medium that they have because I've tried it and it caused a lot of mutations and callousing, and it was a lot harder for the sample to acclimate when I was pulling it out of culture. It just died like 2 days after.
And it created mutations as well?
Yeah, it looked like it was starting to re-veg, but then the leaves would completely curl and it would just grow that one like primary leaf, but it wouldn't grow past that and they would stay about this big. So in the medium, it turns like this weird brown color, which is okay, but after I would say like 2 weeks, it was already, the medium was bad and I just didn't like it too much.
And then you made your own medium. I know that. So
yeah. I use Plant Cell Tech. They're the ones that I get all my chemicals from. I even or medicinal genomics for like DNA free water. because that's always good if you're working with like ovaries or pollen to preserve it. It's a way to clean it without bursting the cell.
Okay. Do clones from tissue culture grow more traditionally like a clone, or do they get that sort of seed mentality? Oh, okay. Well, I sort of know what you're saying. Yeah.
So I feel genetics matters. Genetics, how sick the plant is, if there's enough vigor, and if the plant is hard to clone, it's going to be hard to TC. But I always recommend that if the plant is hard to clone, when you try to put it into TC, at least create a medium that has no plant growth hormones in it at all. So it helps the plant to get used to that sort of medium, that sort of feeding system, so that it's an easier transition to it. But I have had a lot, I think like 10 samples now that came out of TC, no roots, went into the soil, and they're about this big now.
Okay.
They're growing just fine. So you don't always have to have the roots grow in your sample. And I try and do everything as organic as I can. I don't really like using chemicals.
Good question. Okay, how long can you store genetics, and what and at what costs?
So it depends on how much genetics that you're thinking about preserving. Just with any plant, there's maintenance that you have to do, and after a certain amount of time, you can see the plant actually eating at the agar. You'll see it start to dip around the plant, and that's just the plant eating at it. So I always pull my samples out every 3 to 4 weeks, then I take off the extra leaves that are dying, and I clean up around the stem that's in the agar so that it doesn't cause any contamination, and then I'll put it inside of a new container with new agar, just to kind of keep it clean and sterile. But
yeah, sorry.
no, you're good. It So if you're trying to do it yourself, I would suggest buying the glass tubes that have the ventilation. I can post a picture on my story later, but they have like breathing holes on it. I don't always use parafilm because parafilm is that science tape. I don't like to always use that because it keeps and traps the moisture in there. And sometimes when the moisture stays in there a little too long, especially with the dying leaves, it starts to create that mold. But you can check out Plant Cell Tech, and I would say the only thing that's a little pricey is like it's one of the plant growth hormones, but it's for multiplication. And I think it's like $50 for a little bottle, but it only needs a very, very little amount. But other than that, the bottles range from like 20 to $30, and you can at least make at least 100 vials.
Okay.
So it's not too bad in price.
Yeah, I remember when you showed us in the refrigerator at one time. I know that was probably, there was something that was very expensive. I know it was a little bottle, so probably that.
Yeah.
It
was the chemicals for DNA and RNA extraction. Those are like
that's what it was
five. They're like $5,000 for 4 bottles.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah.
Wild, right? But
very.
So basically, I mean, I guess you can, for no like set period of time, like for as long as you want, as long as you, as she said, you have to, either switch out the agar. That's basically what it comes down to, right? Every 3-4 months, switch it out, and you could store it for years, right? I mean, that's really what it's for. So
yeah, sometimes I would suggest pulling it out of culture maybe every 6 months and doing the whole plant cycle, just to make sure that it's still resembles your actual plant that you put in there, just in case, because like with anything, the environment does affect your offspring. So I always try it every 6 months to pull it off and then grow it out and then take more clippings and then put it back in.
So do you notice at all, like if somebody puts in, we'll just say like an OG Kush, right? is it almost exactly when they pull it and regrow it? Is it almost exactly like what they put in? Like, do you notice do they notice any difference, or, I mean, is it pretty much the same thing?
So
I've heard different people say different things, so I'm just curious.
I've had a few strains that were very sick, and I mean,
Okay.
had every pathogen you could think of.
Right.
And they came out a lot healthier. Their yield, I don't know yet because this is the first season out of DC. But last time I spoke to the producer, she was like, Ade, this looks fucking beautiful. It's never looked this healthy. Like,
Okay.
the leaves look a lot more alive than it did before. And she's really good about her maintenance on her plants. So
Right.
I felt kind of good because I was like, all right, I did my job. But there are some strains like Zittles and Kustrain. Those two drive me nuts.
Okay.
They always give me crap. They mutate real easily, and they're hard to get them to exit TC.
Okay. Yeah, I know Skittles is just a shitty growing plant as it is, so it makes sense.
I'm working on that one right now, trying to get a really good sample that I can multiply and eventually breed so that people have that plant and it's a lot more healthier.
Okay, you guys got the question. I appreciate that, John. So we got how small can you keep the samples without it growing in the medium?
So if you're talking about suspension in liquid, I don't prefer to do that. I know that some people do, but here in Oregon, especially in rural areas, electricity goes off like that. And with
I
suspension,
never heard of that happening.
It does. So electricity goes out so much here, it's ridiculous, especially in the wintertime. And then, okay. But I try not to keep something in liquid too much because of the fact that the moisture, no matter what, eventually floods the cells inside of the plant, and there's just too much water. So I prefer not to do that, but some people do. But they can last a very long time. Like, I've had samples, I think, from last February that we just pulled out, and they're fine. They're beautiful plants.
Okay. So what's recommend? Like, I think, are you, me turn? I know I'm not gonna. Your comment's gonna come up in like 5 minutes, like your response to this. But are you asking? I'm assuming, maybe I'm wrong. How big of like a sample is that? What your question is? Like, are you asking whether, I mean, I'm assuming that's what you're asking. So if he's asking that, like, how small of a sample can you keep in suspension? What would that be?
Right now I have an apical meristem. Let's see. So it was about the tip of my pin.
Okay, that's what I was.
Very small.
Right.
Yeah,
and then we could talk about the meristem too. But if you guys know what the meristem is, that's when she literally cleans. Basically, is what it is. A plant to be disease free, to get rid of all the diseases that are in the plant. That's what the meristem is. But here, let's get to. We'll get into that as well for you guys. Can you get enough from a seed, or do you need more viable sample?
So if you're talking about embryo rescue, I've been playing with it a little bit, like kind of experimenting on my own. I have a few friends that want me to take plant or seedlings that have 0 germination rate, and I've been playing with them. So far, I have 1 out of 60 seeds that got to germinate, and it's actually growing to about yay big.
Okay.
But I have not tried to take the apical from a seedling and put it in TC without its root. I haven't tried that yet.
And when we talk about seed rescue based, like old seeds, is that something that you've done as well? Is that what you were just talking about, basically?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So someone donated.
Embryo rescue. Right.
Yes. Someone donated I'm gonna say over 1,000 seeds to me, and they have been improperly stored, like just no fucks given at all. And I've been playing with them, and like I said, out of the 60, I only got one to actually grow, and it was one I was gonna throw away because it just didn't look like it was viable, but it turned out to actually work. So
I grew tissue culture clones one time. I got them harvested. It grew very nice in cocoa. Let's go. Okay, so here's a good question from my homie over here, Tim. Does agar act as a food for the culture?
yeah, it's just like soil when you add all your newts inside of it, and it just kind of eats everything inside. Um, the agar is similar to it, except because the agar eventually over time there's a little liquid in there, it starts to kind of eat at that. But you can totally see where your plant, if the agar is starting to mess around it, I feel like it's growing and it's doing what it's supposed to. That's how I kind of judge if I should move forward or not with certain TCs.
So I mean, you know, if you're talking about the clone site, we're gonna probably have Ade. I'm gonna try to go do some testing and stuff, but to be continued to be talked about at a later date on all that. Cheers to you. Okay, just me turn. Let's go. Keep asking away. This is another one of my homies right here. He actually came to Philly. I had dinner with him and his girl. Really good people. So he's out in Arizona. I like seeing him ask some questions. Does the plant keep growing and does it outgrow the container?
So depending on the plant growth hormones that I put inside of the medium, because one of my steps that I do as an introductory for the plant to acclimate to that kind of medium so that there's no shock, I have a sugar, agar, MS, and ppm. Sometimes I don't use ppm so that it kind of pushes the pathogen to express, and then I just don't use that clipping. And I usually do about a set of 20, especially with people that don't have um, like the availability to test their plant. That's one way to kind of see which plant's crap and just chuck it. But it if I'm putting it in the medium with higher PGRs to express shoot growth, it'll grow as much as I want it to. And once I don't want it to grow anymore, I'll put it back into a basic medium and it'll just stabilize at that growth. And you do see a little growths that come in, but it's a lot slower. It's like taking a plant and turning the clock or turning its gauge down so it slows down the growth. But if you want to turn up that gauge to allow for a lot more growth, you just change your concentrations of PGR that you have in your medium.
I like this. Wow, she just blew my mind with the embryo rescue. Let's go. Almost made me feel like I was watching Jeopardy. You were talented and smart lady. Let's go.
Thank
I like
you.
it. I like it. Hey, no, I wish I was. I know I didn't even know about it, bro. I just saw something pop up, man. I had no idea it was even going on. We could talk about that another time. I was trying to get a better understanding of how you store the plant so with it still growing but at a slower pace in TC.
Yeah. So if I'm storing a plant for somebody, I usually take about 6 apical meristems because if it's for storage, I want to ensure that there are no pathogens to their sample. So I'll take at least 6 apical meristems and cut it as small as I can. And I really don't need my microscope anymore because I'm really good at cutting it. But it takes about, if I do it properly, because sometimes it's hard to different strains, but if I get it just right, it takes about 6 months just for it to grow about this big from the apical meristem. And it grows kind of crazy at first, and it looks like you did something crazy and it's mutating, but it's not. It's just literally growing from a cell.
Okay. Thanks for explaining everything to us slower kids. Yeah, you definitely slow, bro. No, I'm just kidding. It's cool. Thanks, Addie. All right. As long as you don't add any more hormone. Okay. As long as you don't add any more growth hormones to the culture, it will stay in stasis. Just stay that size. Oh, there you go. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got it, brother. You got it. Tony D. Did you order? Was that something? Okay, I got you. Yeah. All right, so you guys, we have about a half hour left. The time actually flies by, but I'm gonna let you guys know we have a half hour left. Yo, Florida's down. What's up, guys? Where's the hockey fans out there? I can't believe Florida's losing. My bad. USA. I'm just saying, USA. It doesn't even matter where you're from in the United States at this point. If you like golf, it's USA versus Canada. I'm from Florida anyway. Go Florida. Okay, Missouri is in need of good genetics. We got you covered, man. Hit up the website. It's at the bottom of the screen, bro. You can always go to the site and give me a call. We'll get you figured out. Right on the site. Right there. I got you. All right. So I was just going to ask that. So the strength of that. Okay. So the strength of the agar plus additives is the rate of growth, fast or slow?
So the agar is basically kind of like your soil. It's just the medium. But the plant growth hormones that you add to your soil or your nukes that you add will determine on how it grows. So when I create my mediums, I use different strengths or different approaches depending on what I'm doing. If I'm just storing them, I'll have them grow a certain length and just stop giving them PGRs, but I'll give it to them maybe once a month when I change them out, and then I'll change it within a week so it doesn't grow too much.
All right. Well, okay. You guys got a half hour tissue culture class right there. Now, still ask questions. Ask any question you guys have. There's about, I see 75 people in here. You guys probably see different numbers. I see all you guys on X, YouTube. Shout out to everybody. One person on Twitch, about 65 people on YouTube, and about 10 on X. So this is open to everybody. You guys have any questions, type them in. So I feel like we could talk about the meristem now a little bit, and what you do with cuts that come in that have HLVD and a whole array of other things that I know that you find and you test for as well.
Yeah. So I test for hop latent viroid, lettuce sclerosis virus, which I've seen a spike in that in the area here in Oregon and one farm in Cali. And I also see, let's see, the lettuce close, and the cannabis cryptic virus, Pythium and Fusarium. I test for all 5 of those because they are mainly on the West Coast, a lot of the pathogens. But if it has a virus, it's easy. I just do a meristem. But usually with Pythium and Fusarium, I always suggest that whoever has, if it's a pot, soil, to completely wrap it and kind of heat temp it. It kills everything inside.
Okay.
And on top of that, once they do that, it takes me, like I said, 6 to 7 generations. So I'll grow the apical, and it takes me, I think it's been a year for the one producer, but it's clean completely. It was, I would grow out the apical, and I did it like 6 different times for the same cutting, and it finally came back where it didn't have the hop latent viroid, it didn't have the cannabis cryptic virus, and it didn't have the Pythium, but the Fusarium was still there. So the Fusarium is a little bit trickier. It takes me a little bit more. So it's a process that I'm learning because I've read a few papers and stuff about it, but I'm applying my own methods because I see where they failed at. So
what up, Lori? What up? Smart to cook the dirt. So why is it that is lingering? Like, is there, with everything else being clean, that's still lingering?
So I know with viruses, they need a live host in order to survive. But with other pathogens, that's not necessarily always the case. Some of them are just latent. They're just asleep. They're just there. And it's not until they have the perfect conditions that they either awake or they start to spread. And here in Oregon, before it's time to put everything in the soil, it's moist and it's a little warm, so it creates a perfect conditions for it. But put if you have a pot, I would suggest wrapping it with plastic, a darker plastic. um, but when it's in the soil, in the ground, it's a lot harder because shit leaches out everywhere, so it's harder to control.
Right.
But it's always good to just still lay out plastic and let the sun do its thing, and try to at least cut you or give yourself some time for your plant to grow by allowing that to just kind of torch whatever's there. But that's a hard one.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
Yeah.
So that process can take anywhere from the first time that you, it just depends, right? I know we've had this conversation. Yeah. I'm just, yeah.
It just depends on, especially if I'm trying to remove something from a plant. Sometimes if the plant is just too sick, there's mites, because I've been working with some that have mites. They have mites, they have the diseases, they have pythium. It's just a sick ass plant. And those are the ones that take a lot more time to rejuvenate and restore and get that genetic works legit. So
I see. Okay, so in your new job, are you testing for diseases and working on controls, or preserving genetics of the high dollar ornamentals? Yeah, that's a good question. Actually, I like that question.
So
I'm curious about that.
I'm supervising everybody that's kind of doing it. So I don't get to really do it anymore. But I get to, yeah. I'm just, yeah, I kind of, it feels kind of good, but I'm kind of just going to be supervising and helping if things needed to be done, or assisting with R&D.
Okay.
So kind of touching everything, but not so hands-on anymore.
All right. Okay. Yeah. Interesting. All right. Lori, what a, that's my old friend from Florida. So.
Oh yeah. And that's just for now though. Having this job will allow me to save up the money that I need to actually have my my genetic storage lab that I want to have here in Oregon, because all the amount that I need to save up and get going for that, this job will help pay for it.
Okay, so what happened with, what were we, like the paper and all? Is that anything that can be talked about at this point, or is that still something that?
So I turned in the final data, and it's just a process because I didn't have all the data available. Usually they like for you to have data, and most publications take like 5 years trials. Right. And I only had one almost 2 years. So, but they're going to do it as a theoretical paper instead of a publication.
Okay, so can we talk about that a little bit? Like exactly what you were doing, or is that something that you still can't really talk about?
So I can briefly touch on it. I can't say the exact area of the cuts or the.
No, it's people. No, we don't need that. I just want like the dummies version, man. I just want to let these people know like what, because I think it's cool as hell, and I know we really weren't able to, really, and we still can't, but at least we could let that. I think it's a cool top. I think it's really cool. Wow, yeah, it's amazing.
I've actually started to do that process in other cropping systems to see if maybe I can, because a lot of plants, their ovaries when they grow produce a fruit. So if I were to be able to do that in vitro fertilization with other cropping systems and grow fruit in tubes that you could eventually send up to space so that people could consume, and yeah. But so basically what I'm trying to do is take pollen and female plant parts from cannabis and pretty much breeding them in a petri dish. And because sometimes when you breed traditionally, the pollen is not always accepted, and there's an abortion, and like it aborts the seed. I'm trying to watch what I say.
No, you did. I like it. Say how it is. No, but, yeah.
But it'll the ovary will wind up aborting the process, and the seed won't be created. And that's how sometimes you get those seeds that are white, that are like half grown, when you're, breeding and doing all that stuff. When you're going through all your seeds, and you see those ones that are half, those are aborted seeds.
Okay.
They started the process, but something happened during that process where the plant just decided, nah, bro. And so by using this method, it will allow for that possibility to be reduced by, I think the math says, because so far I've had 16 seeds grow.
Okay.
And I actually had one grow all the way out. Like, it popped open the seed and it
Right.
started to come out, and I was like, oh my God. But it'll reduce that possibility, so that producers or breeders don't waste their space, their resources, everything. And it allows for them to have um, more back for their efforts. So instead of having, like, if you have a plant that's just not really breeding too well with a certain male or female, however you want to do it, and it just, a lot of the seeds have lower germination rates. I want to see if by using this method, if it will increase the germination rates, and also ensure that there are less aborted seeds during that, so that, because pollen is expensive. I didn't know it was $150 a gram, and I found out, I was like, what?
Well, yeah, it goes a long way. You can make a lot of fucking seed. You can make a lot of seeds. So, yeah,
Yeah. But
especially finding males, all that. Yeah, like they'd be able to do it like that in a sterile in an environment like that, and yeah, that's
and
why I've always
even
since we started
having,
talking about it, it just had me like, I think it's fucking cool. Yeah.
right, of what I actually seen it growing, like, I was like, bro, I can't believe I did this, because
Yeah.
it's just, yeah, I sometimes I just trip myself out. But
Well, that means it's been done. Like, it's already been done. So you did this already. It's just a matter of like seeing where it goes. And I know the paper, and I know we spoke about that. That's what that was about.
That's all thanks to you guys. If it weren't for you guys, I wouldn't have been able to pay at least half of the fees. The other half of the fees were covered by the publication.
Oh yeah, so I love it.
Yeah.
All right, so real quick, let's get to some more questions. So we're at that. We have about 15 minutes left, guys. That's it. You better get your questions in. Get them in, get them in, get them in. Don't hesitate. And let me say this as I say it all the time. No question is a bad question, guys. Feel free to ask away. Are you going to be in the lab or out in the wild? Are you going to? Oh, I think it means the new job.
So I will be kind of running around. I'm going to be managing like 30 people and all 4 or 5 departments. So I have to every day walk every field and greenhouse to kind of check on the plant, see if what's not doing good, keep an eye on the pathogens and the insects that are there. And because I know a lot of the different pathogens for a lot of cropping systems, that's kind of what caught their eyes or their attention.
Right.
But I'll be just kind of moving around. But the one thing that they loved the most was that I did a lot of R&D in tissue culture, because they ship out to Europe for a lot of their cuts. So.
Oh, that's interesting. That's cool. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks for your knowledge, of course. What a Florida man, Jack. And yeah, I don't know who you are. I don't know who you are, man. I don't know. It's weird. It's weird.
Damn.
Oh man. Okay, yeah. So listen, 15 minutes left. Anything you want to talk about? Anything you want to let people know? Or
so I'm thinking about having a seminar with a few people that are academically in this, researchers within cannabis and other cropping systems, so that everyone in the community can ask a question and you don't have to pay this ridiculous amount to get information, and you can become more informed on different processes, on preserving your genetics and pathogen questions, um, as well as you get to learn a little bit more about TC and where you can actually take cuts from, so that while I'm away in my new job, I want to still make sure that the community is educated and they still get the information they need, because that's really important to me.
And you are going to be starting what is it now?
So I have my YouTube, and I have a Patreon, and I'm gonna start recording the different PPEs that you need, the PGRs. So when you're doing tissue culture, you know how to be cleanly about your area and your clothes, because believe it or not, your clothes carry a lot of crap on it. A little bit of biology, chemistry, because that's really important when you're doing tissue culture. So you can know, like, if I use this amount of concentration, how is it going to trigger the signal in the plant or the cell to get it to do what I want to do. But just like a few things, so that everyone's kind of more aware of why and how these things are done and how they could benefit you, because I want people to get their right information, as well as not being left behind, because TC is a really good way to preserve your genetics, especially on the places that you can't have them. Yeah. And then here on the West Coast, we worry about fires, so it's like a snatch and go kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean that's like in Florida, hurricane. Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Do you have Patreon yet? Is there anywhere they can go? Can we?
I do.
Do you know what it is? If you want to type it in, I'll put it up on the screen, and that way they can, they'll know where they can go see the Patreon. And I'm gonna. Okay, let me see. Doing freaky thing. Oh shit. Okay, I'm gonna put that up. What up, sick? Wait, I'm gonna go back to THC Garage. I'm gonna go back to your comment in 1 sec. I'm not gonna miss you. Okay, me turn. All right, I'll hold off on the comments till she comes back, actually, because I do see.
So I don't know how I can.
Do you know what it is? Like, can you just type it in? Can you see the chat?
Yeah. And I have to readjust the pricing on the thing. I just was messing with it to see how to do it.
Yeah, I'm not really too I know some people. I know Patreon's a good thing to be able to do things like that. I'm not really too versed on it. I don't think I've ever even looked at it before, but I know there's a lot of breeders, a lot of guys that definitely use Patreon. So I know Brandon, Brandon Ross. I'm pretty sure he's got one. All right, while you're typing that in, I'm going to try to just read some of these comments off.
I typed it in the chat, but it's not showing on the comments.
It's not there. I'm going to go. Do you see it up on the screen? I can't see all the comments yet. You see that little screen? It should come up it should come up on there. Oh wait, did you put it in the? Oh, you put it in the private chat. I see it.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, I'll get to it. I'll go over to it. Here, wait. Can I pin? Is that what it is? It just says Addie's Research and Development Institute. Is that all it is?
Yeah, that's all it is. And it's just a picture with a weed leaf over my face.
All right, hold on. I'm going to try. You put it in the private chat. If you put it into this chat, I copied it, but it's just, we'll get it there. We're going to get it up for you guys. Just let me, wow. I think I totally messed up on my spot. Wait, let me see.
Yeah, it won't let me. It's trying to get me to join the chat and then send me to YouTube.
All right, it's cool. I'll get it in there.
Okay, but I did see a question on the start. It says if I could give a list of good ingredients that you can use.
Oh, you can see the start stuff. Oh, okay. Yeah. I didn't even know. I start stuff so I can go back to it. Yeah, that's cool. Okay. I'm totally lost. I'm trying to get caught up again.
If I know regular sugar I get from the store, just regular generic sugar. I get 91% for my tools, and I use ISO 70% for the actual TC cut. So those you can all get at Walmart or anything. Agar. So when it comes to my agar or my plant growth hormones, I only go through Plant Cell Tech. They've been reliable with their chemicals. They're quick on their shipping. If something's damaged when you receive it, you just get hold of them and you replace it or whatever. But they're a wonderful company and they have reliable products. They also have your tubes there. In there are other places, I think it's called like Alkali Science or something, but they have really good deals on like the bulk stuff. Because for my apicals, I put them in tubes that are a lot smaller, so the humidity's a lot higher to allow for proper growth. So you always have to keep that in mind, the humidity inside the tube. You want it at a perfect environment so that that cutting can grow and it doesn't get too much moisture.
Are you still working with rescues? Like Meristem, you mean? Me term? Here, we'll get to it. Ade, I bet you go some fine boat. I'm just trying to hurry through it now, guys. The hours fly by. We're already almost like, we're in the last 10 minutes here. So, what was the last thing you grew for yourself personally, and how was it?
So, I grew Northern Lights, and it was so amazing. It was the first like bud cola my mom has ever touched. My mom's not really into weed, so it was super cool. My mom had this big ass cola that she was holding, and it was pretty good. I was surprised that I grew like that because I really didn't mess with it too much.
Oh yeah. Yo, Ade, Chris, Ade, I want to be you when I grow up. Chris is cool, so Chris is true. Oh shit, all at screen. What up? What up? I thought you were supposed to be my sidekick. What's up, all at screen? Shit, you late. Next week. What up, Scott?
He got a good excuse, or they have a good excuse for being late, though.
What is it?
Mushies.
Oh shit, let's go.
Right?
Oh, here it is. Okay, so that's it. That's what I copied, just like that, yeah. Right?
That's on for YouTube and the Patreon. I'm gonna start posting videos more on my Patreon so I don't get flagged too much. And I'm gonna start off, like introducing myself, then start with the PPE and all the materials you need, whether it's a home lab, a tent that you're using for your process, or an actual facility. The different materials that you should get depending on your budget and the area that you have to work with. And then go into biology, a little bit of chemistry, not something that overloads you, but you always have to keep in mind when you're using bleach and ISO, and depending on the size of the room, you can create a gas and you don't want to hurt yourself. So
yeah, you guys better be careful out there, man.
Yeah,
go subscribe to Ade's YouTube and the
Patreon.
The Patreon, and this way you guys won't like gas yourselves out and your family. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. So, and along with a whole bunch of other stuff as well.
Yeah, I'll be teaching the different cuts and how you can actually create your own seed inside of the in vitro. So that publication will be out no later than December, according to the publication company.
Oh, I see you. It's all good. It's all good. It's all fun and games. Going to have to go back on this later. All right, I'm gonna put okay, cool. Actually, I mean, usually I'm like, oh shit, there's no more questions, but this means that I can put back up that and let you guys know we got 5 minutes, 6 minutes left. That's it. 5 minutes now. 5 minutes left with Ade. We got Wildlife why Factor Genetics. I hope he's on time because he should be here from 9 to 10 o'clock. Then we got 808 with Canna Research, which is actually a homie of Ade. We talked about you for a second earlier when I talked to Max. So
I seen that he was gonna be on the show today. I was like, oh, that's cool. I'm excited to see what new stuff
I know
he got.
Max said he might be late, so Max is like, I'm gonna try to be. Oh, look, what? Wow, this guy's ears must have been ringing. He just popped in the bottom right when I said that. But hey, guys, like I said, any other? Oh wait, there was one other question. Yeah, my bad. Oh no, THC Garage. We did get to your question. I forgot. You had the question. I got it. What can we part? Wait, when can we part off the Patreon? When? I don't know. I don't know. My brain's just not making sense of it for some reason.
If you're asking about when I'm going to fix the prices, so there will be the top membership that I'll have on there. You'll actually be on all my live streaming while I'm doing experimental projects, so you can actually see the things that I'm doing. On that membership, though, there's a form you have to sign, just because it's a lot of NDA, non-disclosure stuff. But yeah, so but the middle membership allows access where you can see all the different classes, and if you have a certain experiment that you want to collaborate on, that's one of the I could do it on that.
Ooh.
Oh shit.
I seen that in mycology. Yeah, we love that as well over here, for sure. All right, so love this chat. So many similarities. Absolutely. Blaze, repost the stream. Let's go. What's up? Oh, yeah, this stream will be reposted. Okay, so anybody that doesn't know, if you guys miss any of this tonight, as soon as I'm done with we still have Y Factor Genetics coming in, 808 and Canna Research. This will be posted right to the YouTube. So, if you guys are on X and you want to be able to see the repost, the restream of it, just make sure you follow my YouTube channel and you'll be able to see all of them. So that goes for, okay, you guys can go back literally weeks, a year. I think there's like maybe 50 or 60 weeks of these Meet the Breeders on there now. And you can go back and see Ade with me weeks ago. And then weeks ago before that. And then months before. So Addie's been on with me a couple times, guys. And you could totally go back and watch all that stuff as well. All right, what else? He just popped out. He must have a bad. Been picking tons of. Let's go. Ate delicious chocolate bar. Didn't even taste them. Chris. Okay, Ade, you're okay. That's right. Let her know. Let her know, guys, because I'm gonna let her go. We got about 2 minutes left with her. She, took out an hour tonight to spend with all us, and I, I always say when she gonna be back. Don't worry, she'll be back. She's gonna be back. So, Ade, you're always awesome. Thank you.
Someone asked me if I could take a sample for TC while it's in flower, and as long as it's not in heavy flower, if it's like, I would say the first 3 weeks, you can re-veg it just like you would outside of TC. It just takes a little longer inside the TC, but.
All right, so yeah, binge watch it. Let's go. Much love, Ade.
Thank you.
My memory's so bad. Every time is like the first time. Yeah, you've seen her a couple times with me. Missed the whole beginning. So yeah, she's actually, yeah. So David, yeah, you can go back and watch the first hour because she's about to head out. I'm gonna say thank you as always.
Oh yeah, thank you for having me.
Of course.
Have a good one.
Yeah, have a good night. I will talk to you soon.
Yeah.
Thank you. All right, cool. Yeah, she's the best, man. I love having her on. Love having her on. And like I said, this is probably the 4th, 5th, I don't know. Could be the 6th or 7th time. I've definitely had Ade on a bunch of times. Y Factor Genetics is supposed to be coming on. He was in the bottom, like you guys can't see, but I see when people come in, and I saw him pop up on the bottom, but then he disappeared. So we're going to give him a minute. Oh, shit, Ade, yo, I totally forgot. Is Ade still in here? Ade, are you in the comments? Guess what? We're going to give away a test kit. I know she's cool. We talked about it. I don't know if she's in the comments still or so can hear us. But how about we do that? So male-female test kit. Somebody is going to win it. I'm just going to use the hashtag because I feel like, you know, we have about 85 people in here. I will use the wheel from Instagram for all you guys, but I'm going to use that at the end of the night. All right? So let's give away a male-female test kit. What's up, John of all trades? Soul brother in the motherfucking house. Let's go. And we're going to be waiting on Y Factor Genetics. You know, he's the next hour. And then we have, right? I totally forgot. So let's do that. This is going to come from Ade. She will send it out to you. You know, you will take a clip in and you're going to send it back. So apparently the guy that won it last time didn't do it. And let's give it out to the room. Let's go. Keith in the house. I see Y Factor. All right, Y Factor is in the house. I'm going to bring him up, but what we're going to do is let's do this giveaway to start to, you know, let's do this giveaway in Addie's time. Whatever I'm trying to say. Been a long day. So before I bring Y Factor up, let me get the giveaway tool up. Here we go. We'll do Addie. We'll make it easy, you know, very easy hashtag. We'll give him a second to get ready because I see he's, yeah, we'll give him a second to get ready. Let me throw this up on the screen. Bam, bam, and bam. All right, so basically, that's all y'all got to do. Shout out to Lori. You know, Lori was in here last night. She mistaked. She thought last night was Tuesday, but it's actually, you know, tonight is Wednesday. So what's up? Shout out to my friend. Let's go. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to let y'all run this for a minute. I'm going to take about a minute to get up and grab a drink. I'm going to let him get ready as well. So I'm going to get up and walk away. You guys keep with the hashtag. As soon as I come back, I'm going to spin it. I'm not even going to bring him up into the room yet. I'm just going to walk away for like 1 minute, grab another cup of coffee, and I'll be right back. Him and I, Y Factor's coming up for the next hour, and then we have 808 and Canna Research coming up for the last hour, guys. I'll be right back. Do that. Somebody about to win. Oh, all right. Whew. Let's go. Last call for the hashtag. Last call. Last call. You guys know the hashtag. I'm going to take it down so I can take the whole screen up. Keep going with that. Yeah, let's go. What's up, Hank? Shout out to everybody that's in here. Shout out to everybody that's in here. I appreciate you guys for hanging out with us always. Looks like there's about 70 something people over there on the YouTube, 15 on X. I appreciate everybody, and somebody on Twitch. The Facebook, it looks like nobody really been on the Facebook, which I'm cool with. I really don't use Facebook too much anyway. So here we go. I feel like that was enough time, and I am going to spin it. Let me get it back up on the screen. My bad. It's going to take me away. You're only going to be able to see it. There it is. Oh, no, it left me up there. That's cool. All right, everybody got them in? Here we go. Good luck, good luck, good luck. This is coming from Ade, guys. This is coming from Ade. Male-female sex test kit. And I think we're ready to go. Here we go. Bam. Oh, let me take that off there. Let's go. Bead work by David. David. Let me know you're here. Obviously, you're here. So that is going to be coming to you. Bead work by David. David from Ade. I will get in touch with her, get you guys together, and she could tell you how to claim it and what you got to do. So let me write this down. All right. I got you, brother. There he is right there. Did I just see him? There he is. All right. Let me pull this down now. Let's get this off the screen. Bam. Let me get my ass up here. You ready, Wildlife? Y Factor? Why I say Wildlife? Ready to go?
Yeah.
All right, let's go. All right.
How's it going?
Let me get this off here. All right. Here we go. Wait, just stopped in to say what's up. I'm fishing on the beach. Boy, yeah, we coming to see you this weekend. Me and this guy right here. We coming to see you, Raindrop, this weekend. Don't forget, boy. Yo, that gives me, if anybody's in Virginia, in the where's that exactly? I forget. Anyway,
Richmond,
Virginia. I'm headed down to Richmond this Sunday, y'all. Yeah, you got some good merch, man. I like the way. Yeah, I should have been. I could have been wearing one of them right now. You know that, right?
Do what?
I could have been rocking one of them right now.
I know. I got to get some more, man. I've only got like 5 or 6 left, but I'll have some there. They went quick.
Hell yeah. Let's go. Uncle Pup's gonna be there. Oh shit. Yo, all the homies down south, right? So I invited Tim too. Yeah, I told you, Tim, if you want to come, you can come with me. We got to leave early though, bro. You know what? I didn't realize it was noon. I'm like, yo, it's a 5-hour ride, dude. I'm gonna have to leave at like 5 o'clock. I just go like, yo. But
that's exactly what it takes me is 5 hours.
Yeah. What time you gotta leave? It starts at noon, so
about 7, maybe 6:30.
I'm thinking about 6:30, right?
Yeah.
All right, so let me there you go. Oh, I like that. Oh, you got your camera. Okay, cool. You're on the laptop now, right?
No, I'm on the phone. I just need to flip it around and use my other camera, honestly.
You know what they did? They sent me something today that says they fixed the mobile, whatever it is. And I guess because you're taking up the whole screen, I like that. Usually when somebody's on the phone, it'll just do this little square. Now it's giving you the whole screen. I like that. So they're doing some upgrades.
Sideways. My phone was only on 25%. I had to plug it up.
Okay. All right, Richmond, Cali. There ain't nobody talking about Richmond, Cali, bro. Richmond, Virginia, my friend. That's the only Richmond I even know. Shit.
That was the butt of some mule skinner by High and Lonesome, GMO by Appalachia that came out really funky.
Ooh, the Appalachia. I like that. Oh, yeah. Yeah, nice shirt. What up? Why? BNK Gardens here.
Awesome. He's in the genetics club.
What else do we got? See you on Sunday. Oh shit, you coming? Okay. All right. I like that. I get to meet. Okay. So that's to everybody. Anybody in Virginia, you guys are in the Richmond area. Sunday, 12 to 4 o'clock. Me, Y Factor. Why did I say that again? Raindrop Farms, my homie, Bare Bones Billy, Piff Coast, Lou, Gene Trader. So that's going down on this Sunday, guys. This Sunday. Yeah, it's not California, though. It's Virginia. Virginia top shelf. All right, let me see. So, is it Super Hood? Yeah, Richmond, Virginia. Yeah. Yeah, I never heard. I'm not from Cali, though. I mean, I lived in Cali for a little while. All right, here. Hold on. Let me let him show this. I'm going to give him the screen again because let's see this. Oh, it turned at that time. Let's see, why did it do that?
It might take up full screen if I flip it.
Oh, that's what it is.
So that is the Royal Kush I've had for about 4 years. Back cross 10 by Mandelbrot, Emerald Mountain Legacy. And then this right here is out of the Royal Kush, crossed to the Guava Goo and Lemon Lollipops, a male, which are both the Blue Magoo hybrids I was telling you. And then this one is Royal Kush by Guava Goo F1. So a little more grapefruit. Whereas that one shines through. And then I have two brothers from them I've selected. I can't really pick, but those are getting ready to F2 and back cross to the Royal Kush. And we're hitting the blackberry, the blackberry lava flow, a bunch of different things. The grapefruit goo, F2 and the guava lolly Kush. So.
Hell yeah. So obviously, you know, for me, I know that's a lot of for anybody that doesn't know, it's Professor, you know, Dynasty Genetics, the stuff that he's been working into the lines, the Blue Magoo. I think it's a BX3, I think. Or BX2. The BX2.
I've done work with the BX3 too.
Okay. So that's a lot of stuff he's been working in these lines, you know, and you guys know Dynasty. So yeah. I'm just saying, bro, what's up? Yeah, just a ride. Actually, I think it's like right in between, bro. Just saying. Now I expect to see you up there. If I don't see you up there, bro, I'm just saying we're gonna have issues, Puff.
Do you have the blackberry lava flow on your site? It's the huckleberry purple punch one.
Yep, we got
that should cross well with the Blue Magoo and guava punch, which is the guava goo. Very similar cross, but huckleberry and purple punch, but in that same category, kind of like blackberry.
Okay. Good. You coming to Complexity? Bringing plants. Are you coming? Oh shit. You were born in Portsmouth. Isn't that New York? That's New York, right? City from that movie. Oh, you guys, I'm trying to get caught up in the comments here. Let's see. I'm in Pittsburgh. Oh, Pittsburgh. Yeah. Yo, what up? What up, Spanish Ray? What up? Okay, got the guava. Let's go. Got the guava lolly kush from last week's giveaway in today. Thank you, Y-Factor. Let's go.
Yeah, that's one of the plants I just showed. The first one is the guava lolly. And there are only about 8 or 9 packs of this one left. So.
All right, hold on. Let me give you this. So what's that right there?
That's the guava lolly kush, what he was just talking about. On about week 4.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I got those packs out quick so people could get them going. At least still get them outside before it's too late. We've had a lot of rain out here anyway.
Well, let's talk a little bit about the drop. So today, you know, we did a drop. It's on the site. I have not had time to put out an email for you guys. I have not had time to get any artwork done yet. So you guys in this room right here are the first to know about the drop that it's on the site. I think we dropped 3 strains, if I'm not mistaken. 4 strains. And we're going to talk about those 4 strains, give you guys some, you know, rundown on everything. And I'm going to let you guys, there is a code up there. So you guys are welcome tonight to use that code if you want. And you guys will get yourself an extra discount. The packs are already priced at $70 a pack. I think it's 12 to 15. I listed them as 12 plus regs in each pack. And you guys might want to go grab them up. So I'm going to let him talk about them a little bit. But before I do that, I always have to like recognize when my brothers have birthdays. And it's been pointed out to me by me turn that Spanish Dre had a birthday yesterday. So, you know what I mean? Happy birthday to Spanish Dre. That's all you get from me tonight. Happy birthday, brother. I've heard good things about the guava genotype. So if you want to talk a little bit about that, you might as well. That opens it up for you to tell us a little bit about the guava.
In the drop, I sent Guava Goo F2, just labeled F2. It was from the best 3 females, one little more blue magoo structure, then one in the middle, and then the most guava leaning, the 14. All in one pack with the same male as used on the 14 and everything else. So it's the best 3 females and the Guava Goo 13 F1 male. Not quite an open pollination, but that'll have a little more variation in structure and stuff in there. And then the Guava Goo 14 F2 was just the one that expressed pink trichomes. It was the most grapefruit guava smelling out of all of them. And then also the Guava Lolly Kush, that's very exclusive. There's probably 8, maybe 9 packs left of that. And that's the Royal Kush. And I had a Lemon Lollipops female cross Guava Goo male from 2023, and only got a couple seeds out of the cross. And one of them turned out to be one of the frostiest males I ever had out of the guava line. So I hit it to the Royal Kush, which is that plant I just showed. So, and it's still very dominated by the guava terp profile, even though it's only a quarter Guava Goo. And same amount of blue magoo, but
so on the what was the 14? I think it was the 14. That is where you're finding some. You found some like some pink trichomes in there. That was where the pink was in the 14. So that's the difference between the 14.
You can find it in all of them, though. Even other ones will express that. The ones they'll turn purple on like week 2 to 3 of flower, right around the flowers, and keep green leaves, kind of like forbidden fruit does.
Oh, okay.
And the ones that do that usually have pink trichomes.
Okay. All right. So I've heard good things about the guava. Yeah, we just talked about that. Y factor in the guava. Okay, in the Guava Lolly Kush, is the Kush terps prominent enough? Because sometimes the guava drowns it out.
The guava definitely dominates both of them, but the Guava Lolly Kush, that's only it's got a little less of the Guava Goo in it because it was hit to that lemon lollipops. So it's only a quarter of the Guava Goo. And that one lets the Kush shine more and a little bit of funk shine through. Then the Royal by the Guava is just straight grapefruit. It just took the Kush, the purple Kush grape, that smell, and mixed it with the grapefruit and amplified the terps a lot. So it still dominates it, but the Guava Lolly Kush shines through a little bit more on the cushiness, the gas.
Okay, so let me reverse a little bit, because I think that I know people are just coming in here like zoo, and who are we meeting today? Just entered the room. So if I wasn't kind enough to ask him to introduce himself, let's do that now. Let me just have you introduce yourself, tell you what company you are, who you are, and we'll pick up where we just left off.
So I'm Y Factor Genetics, based out of Virginia, veteran owned and operated, and we're really small craft, mom and pop, do artisan batch craft seeds.
I've had C99 guava plants, but they lean more C99. So these seem like they lean more on the guava. Pink and stalk head or both?
The head and stalk, everything will be all kind of translucent pink at once, but not the way anthocyanins look. You can actually see it on my page. I could send you the message if you could pull it up, where some of them have the pink trichomes. If it
what page is it on your Instagram page?
Yeah, it is, but it's way down through the feed somewhere.
No, that's cool. I could pull. Yeah, I could probably throw it up on the screen, but it's all good. Citrus on top, gas. I like the gas with the citrus, in the back a little bit. I like the gas.
that's one reason we're back crossing it to the Royal Kush, trying to get a little more funk into it and work that guava down, but still keep it in there. It's been so dominant and true breeding for that. I wasn't expecting that. And even the F2 is so uniform and all dominant true breeding for that terpene profile, trichome production. And that's one reason we worked it down as far as a quarter and half and things. And then we'll be back crossing it to the Royal Kush. And then maybe you can take something like that and hit it to like the Doobie Sour Animal I have right now and actually get some real gas in it.
Yeah. Yeah. So we talked about the doobie stuff last time. I know we did. Are you planning on working it? You're going to work some of his into your lines? Is that something that
we're actually going to do a little collab, and next time he does the sour diesel back cross, I'll be sending him the guava goos and the grapefruit goo and maybe some males, and he'll be hitting them both ways of each and making some seeds. And then we plan to work like alternate filial generations. He'll send me the seeds, I'll make a selection, I'll send them back to him, he'll make his selection. So we'll keep working them like that.
Do you have any of his sour crossing any of your stuff yet, or is this like to come?
I have a little bit in the Royal Kush. I crossed them both ways and turned out some really good gas. Made the diesel just a little bit quicker, and the Royal has very good mold resistance, so I thought it would do better here outdoors than just straight sour, big chunky buds to change the structure a little bit.
All right, so yeah, it's a question that we touched on. I think All Stars might have been here. So can you tell us again how you came up with your name? I thought it was pretty cool. Oh, okay, yeah, I thought it was too. Yeah.
Okay, so back in the day, really Y Factor just began as like a personal quest to preserve and create good genetics. That's after I was disappointed with the seed market around probably 2010 or so. And I just had a theory that we should work with regular seeds with the Y chromosome preserved in it. I just thought, feminized isn't as natural. I didn't have good success with feminized seeds back then. A lot of hermaphrodites, a lot of problems. So I just started working with regular seeds only. And to this day, most of my collection is all regs. And I've never really worked anything from a fem line. And now there's actually research showing the male genome's larger, contains more genetic information. So I think there's something to it. And I mean, that's how we always used to preserve air seed back in the days here. We didn't take clones when we grew in the mountains. We would just keep the male we wanted, keep the seeds from the best 2-3 females. And, even people in Humboldt still only work with regs to this day. And there's a reason for that. You find better females, better quality in regs, I think.
Yeah.
Fems have their place too, though. Like I don't hate on fems. It's just I just prefer regular seeds. Have had much better success with them.
Yeah, I feel like it comes down to conveniency for people, new growers, room. There's many reasons that people. I mean, fems have come a lot, just like autos. We talked about this last time too.
Yeah, they've came a long way, and autos, even autos.
Because I know if I ask people in here.
Grapefruit goo was Royal and Guava goo. That's the one I just showed.
Yeah, it's a question I used to ask the room, especially when I was doing lives on Instagram. And I would have 90%, 95% of the people say regs. But I do see that those same people, because I see your guys' orders. I see you order fems too, so just say it. All right, what do we got? My OG chem stuff. Also takes over what you cross it to. It dominated the offspring.
Yeah.
Regs. All right.
A lot of things are doing it.
Top 2 reg seeds in the ground a month after transplanting and month-old fem seedling. The regs passed up the fems in a couple weeks. It also depends on the breeder. I mean, it depends on a lot of things. Yo, let's go. Brandon in the house. What up? What up? What's up, brother? Congratulations, man. Congratulations, and let's go. Just planning for males and have 2. Okay. What up, Brandon? Let's go, Brandon Rush. Cheers. Cheers back at you, my brother. All right, so the I know we basically touched on the strains, right? Like you gave the lineages, I think. So I really do want to break it down a little bit though, and let people know, like, maybe. Hey, I'm just trying to pull the packs, trying to figure where I put them.
The Blueberry Yum Yum remake too is a Blue Magoo back cross to the same father to the Guava Goo and cross to a pre-99 blueberry.
Yeah, I wanted to talk about that one in particular a little bit because I feel like, chirps, like the chirps on that, let them know what they're going to find. I've had a lot of people asking for blueberry lately. And you used, what was it, DJ Short?
The pre-99, yeah, I believe it was DJ Short blueberry, but it was just given to me as pre-99. So, I mean, it could have been Oregon blueberry. It was straight blueberry terps, and the Blue Magoo are also, that line is known for blueberry terps, but some of them lean a little more floral, lavender, some even honeysuckle, like I feel like, and then the others are more just straight blueberry.
Yeah, here in Canada, we only allow 4 plant stems or community. Yeah, that's what I was, there's definitely, he's going to be making some stems soon. I know, we talked about this last time. So, listen, we've come a long way. We just have, yeah, the Oregon blueberry, no doubt. You already know. That's the base of blueberry. That's the base of the blueberry train wreck on F5 mouth from the drop. 1998 was the original father. So yeah, this is something I'm gonna have Brandon come on again. I'm gonna see if he's available next week because I want to run down the blueberry train wreck drop that we have for you guys on the site as well. And I feel like I want him to come back in next week if he's available. For sure. If it was straight blueberry terps, it was not AJ's because AJ, you mean DJ? Oh, you meant DJ. DJ's because his does not taste like blueberries. I think some of the versions of his blueberry did, but not the more recent ones. I
did a lot of work with DJ Short blueberry searching for those terps. The first 2-3 years I started breeding, but sometimes the F1s would be good, but then I got a lot of mutants, a lot of dwarfs, a lot of crazy things pop up, and sometimes even the original seeds would do a lot of crazy things. And the mutations would just pop up in them like crazy. And then sometimes they wouldn't even make viable F2 seeds. So that's really when I found Professor P, and he had the Huckleberry, the Blue Magoo, and he did the Blue Hair, and he's done a lot of work with some other blueberries that are actually pretty stable and seem to be homozygous and true breeding for those blueberry terps.
Yeah. No, I've been seeing, bro. Listen, there's one of the guys I saw at the event when I was in New York, and I know. Well, what Brandon sent me wasn't the blueberry. He sent me something. I can't. What he sent me was fucking fire, bro. But not on the blueberry. That blueberry train mech, I already know is going to be super blueberry for you guys. But I do want to respond to this right here. Yeah. So, and what I just saw. I used to get it back in the day in the late 90s. My aunt's neighbor was his friend. Oh, you mean from DJ Short? Yeah, the blueberry we used to get back in the 90s, bro. That shit, I swear to God, I promise you, you could have a blindfold on, and if someone brought you over this blueberry that we used to get back in Florida, you could literally be like, that is definitely the blueberry. Like you didn't even to see it. All you needed to do was smell it, and you knew it was the blueberry. That's how blueberry it was. And we used to get some bubble gum back then too. It was the same. So somebody came over with the bubble gum, you'd be like, "Yep." You don't even need to see it. The blueberry, you know exactly what it is. The haze I used to get, you knew exactly what it was. There's a bunch of strains like that back then. Just by the smell, you didn't need to see it. It was what it was. And the blueberry, especially back then, was super blueberry, insane. But I did get some from somebody that I saw at an event up in New York, Hidden Potential. So Hidden Potential gave me some. That shit was blueberry, man. Like really good. So shout out to Hidden Potential if you're in here right now. That blueberry I got from you was some fucking, lip smacking, tasty blueberry as well.
I got some blueberry yum yum once, and it just blew me away. And I got maybe a 10-pack of seeds. They were feminized, and I don't know what the lineage was. It said different things on the internet. Some things said it was blueberry GDP. Some said blueberry Durban poison. And I just, that was one of those that just blew me away and captivated me. So I worked for years trying to find something like that and try to remake something like that.
So the blueberry yum yum, wait, isn't that what it was that we dropped? It was the blueberry.
It's Wyberry. It's just a remake of it, really.
The Wyberry. So is that are they gonna find blueberry terps in that? Is that gonna be?
There will be straight blueberry all through those. And there might be a few floral like lavender outliers.
Okay.
You'll get green and purple phenos too out of that. Some solid.
I have a few Rebel Grown Blue Dream F5. Listen, I know. I don't know. You got blue. You got super silver haze. I feel like, they're both winners in my book. I love the fucking haze, and I personally do love the blueberry too. I'm not a fan of fruit, really. I mean, not really. I like lemon. I do like lemon, and I like the blueberry and grape. So maybe I'm a sort of a fan of it, but I do not like the oranges and the tangies and shit like that. But I do appreciate real blueberry, lemon. That's lemon, and for sure the grape. I missed the grapey. We used to, that was another thing we used to get in Florida. You'd be like, that's the grape. We just called it the grapes because it was that fucking grapey.
The Royal Kush number 4 I have is like grape jam, kind of like strawberry sometimes, and it expresses a little different with some gassy funk, but it's the back cross 10 from Emerald Mountain. And the grape of that just meshed with the guava so well and the grapefruit goo. It smells like grape Jolly Rancher at first, but then on the back end, you get that grapefruit. And it's got layers to it, complexity to it. Whereas the one with the lemon lolly in it does have some sharp lemon phenos in there, but you got to find them. They're not as frequent as the guava terps. You would like one of those lemon-leaning guava lolly.
Okay, so the guava lolly, what kind of terps is that going to give you? What was it?
It's guava goo crossed to a lemon lollipops female, and then I took a male from that and hit it to the Royal Kush. So it's got the grapey grapefruit in there dominating, but you'll find some sharp lemon outliers from the lemon lolly.
Okay.
I would say like only 25% though. Yes.
Yeah. So I want everybody to know these strains that we just talked about, the Wyberry,
the guava
the
goo,
lollipop,
the guava lolly kush, and
guava lolly. Those are on the site right now. And the two different
the guava goo.
Guavas, right. All right, so I'm growing blueberry from MS. What does it say? From
something in Netherlands.
Okay. And it's super short and deep color, still in the heat. Let's go. What up,
They can be really short. Some of those older blueberries, especially ones that got crossed to the Afghani, very short, like the Blue Magoo. No stretch whatsoever.
No, his never. Yeah, I hear you. It's weird because I know what he got. I know that was another thing that he found, from what I understand, at like the chem. That's the whole story of people. I'm sure know by now where it was found, how it was found, the dog walk or the Alfred, what's it called? Not the dog walker, but the fucking part of
Skywalker. Skywalker.
The dude's name Alf. Man, I can't even think. But found a Grateful Dead concerts, and I know DJ Shore. I'm pretty sure that was sort of a story too, if I'm not mistaken. Albert Walker. So I know Albert Walker was, which I think Dog Walker came from. Albert Walker was definitely found, and I think that predates. Well, I'm positive that even predates the Chem 91. Oh shit, Z-Mac in the house. What up? What up? What up? Let's go. Hey, D-Mac, I was trying to get you to, you got to come back on me too. The people want to hear more about hash, bro. Just saying. So you got to come back on me, D-Mac. Yeah, 100% talk about back in the days when blueberry was blueberry, haze was haze, and kush was kush. This is what I'm saying. Exactly. Those are facts. Like, yeah, Durban poison. Oregon blueberry was a staple during the early 90s in Portland. Absolutely, man. And I'm pretty sure that was what came through some of the dead shows. And I believe that's what, you know, that might have been what even made it to Florida. To be honest, it might have been the Oregon blueberry. There was good blueberry skunk that came out of name. Black licorice, Durban poison. I like the black licorice. Northern Cali grapes. Yeah, I love the grapes. Here, I'm going to give him the whole screen. You guys will still be able to hear me. Going to high school in Northern California in the early 80s. Gales. Yeah, the KGB. Yep. Nah, we didn't have any purple back then, bro.
Blue Magoo. With the leaves and everything, they got the Blue Magoo look to them, but these don't really express the blueberry terps.
So are you bringing any flowers to the event on Sunday?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'll have some flour. I've got
Nice.
a little doobie sour animal and then mule skinner, a few different things we just pheno hunted.
Oh, nice. Oh, shit. My bad. Wait, I hit the wrong button. Hell yeah. Cool. I'm excited. I think you, okay, you froze for a second. Hello? Wait. I think we lost. Oh, there you go. All right.
I was fixing my phone, sorry.
Going to high school in Northern California in the early 80s gave us access to KGB. Yeah, I was going to say that. We never had purple back then. No, purple wasn't a thing, dude. Purple was rare. When you came across something purple, it was like, oh, shit, this has got some purple in it. That's how it was back then. It was just rare. All right, what else do we got? Hold on.
Grapefruit goo turns solid purple, and the guava lolly kush does too, like the Royal Kush mom. Whereas the guava goo just stays that purple pink around the flowers. So you'll get even dark purple leaves out of them.
DJ came across the coast, dude. Gone near. Let's go. 808 in the house. Super. Oh, wait. Super. Yeah. Okay. I had to read that back, make sure that was you. What's up? 20 minutes, brother. 20 minutes. Tonight flew by. I'm going to tell you that, man. I can't believe we're like more than halfway through. I mean, you and me too, but me, tonight has flown by. Yeah, the Albert Walker. I could not think of it until I thought of it. Yep, exactly. Twisted. Oh, shit. Oh, no, it's Twisted. Twist and Burn, what up? All right. Albert Walker. Chem 4 is the dog walker, right? Yep. Lots of mix up with the chems. Yo, Dark, what do you think it was? See, wait, you have to be the same person I talked to. Is that you? I literally had the same conversation with somebody earlier, bro. Is that you that I had the conversation with? I mean, they're calling it
the Christmas tree bud.
Yeah, they're
was
calling
it 79?
Yeah,
79
I think it's 78 or 79 Christmas tree bud is what they're calling it now. Back then, I don't know. I feel like it was like Northern Lights. Like, I don't know. I'm not sure, man. You know, I just know what they're calling it now, and it's like 78 or 79 Christmas bud. And I'm pretty sure it was a CSI, something that CSI did. I know UFO worked some of it. But I mean, you know, living through that time back then, especially in Florida, I mean, we got, you know, I know Cali, and I know I'm not going to even like have that conversation with Cali, this, that. All I know is what I experienced living in Florida in the 90s, and we used to get the fucking dank, like we just did. So, but once a year, Christmas time, you know, those frosted, crazy Christmas tree buds will come around, and I just know they're calling. I'm pretty sure now it's like he said, 79 Christmas tree bud, 78, and I think it was CSI that re-brought it back. So, want I confirm this in the podcast? You just Oh yeah, the silver haze was the best. My favorite. My favorite. All right. Wait, I made a coupon code Dark Star 10 off. If you sign up for the affiliate, it will give you the commission. Let's go. Hey, I'll put it in my bio as well. So let me save this. Dark Star. It's just Dark Star. All right, cool. I'll start to share the code. I'll even put it in my email. So I'll make sure I get it into the email. I'll put the code in the email the next one that I send out, and make sure they know. So let's go. You guys go to Bakashi Earthworks. Use code DARKSTAR for 10% off. I have the Albert. You have the Albert Walker cut. Let's go. I mean, I would like to, indulge. I mean, that's good. Like that for me. Some of the stuff that predates the Chem Dude is just amazing. So, I mean, I don't know. I mean, you're gonna find. Okay, so listen, the guava obviously is going to give you some pink, whether it's pistils or trichomes. But I do know the guava, the papaya should give you. Okay, so you can go. That's on the site now, guys, and that's going to give you pink. Also, just to be whatever about the conversation, you're also going to get fine pink in the papaya as well. So papaya, real papaya, will grow out and show pink pistils. All right, so old BC Romulan. Yeah, it's Albert. No, Albert. The fuck did I just? It is Albert Walker. Oh, you don't have. Oh, you have the dog walker. Okay, I thought you said. Okay, yeah. Romulan was Pine Bud. Yep. Damn, I missed all your guys' stuff. I have to spin back up. Hold on. Okay, what's currently in your grinder? There you go. Question for you.
Mule scanner. So GMO by Appalachia is what I've been rolling up, but I also pressed some of the Doobie Sour Animal earlier, and it just made some amazing rosin. Beautiful color, great taste to it. Just flower rosin.
Let's go. Romulan was Pine Bud.
I really like the high and lonesome work, though. Any of those Appalachia crosses, but especially that GMO by Appalachia. It made for some fun.
What do we got? Christmas tree. Yeah, it was Chronic Dude, but listen, it literally was a certain thing that came around though, and it was only like once a year, the Christmas tree. But like we did look forward to it. So I'm not saying they didn't release it some other time, but we only got it one time of the year. I can tell you that for sure. Yeah, we call it Christmas bud as well. That's what we call it too. Yep. We love it. Yep. Dark. Was it snowcat? I mean, maybe. Yo, it's been a long time. I haven't lived in Florida in fucking forever. Trust me. And this was, we're going back to the 90s, man. We're going back to right when I moved to Florida, high school, like all that. So here, let me throw. So what is that right there?
That's the mule scanner.
And what is that?
That's the GMO by Appalachia by High and Lonesome.
Oh, nice.
It's just something I hunted recently. First time running it. I really like it though. Probably hitting that to one of the Guava Lolly Kush males too. Trying to get some gas and funk in there.
Hit me up tomorrow. I'll get you set up an affiliate account. All right, let's go. Sounds good. Yeah, I'll give you a call tomorrow for sure. And then next Wednesday, I mean, I already know you'll come through. So I'm trying to be proactive with these Wednesday nights, bro. I hate when it's Monday and I'm like, yo, and I gotta smash to figure out who's coming on, make sure the times and get everybody. Trust me, it's a lot, man. It's a lot to try to get in touch with. I mean, some weeks come together, they just come together. Some weeks don't. And I like to just try to be on top of the shit. Oh no, Uncle Lemur in the house. Oh shit. What up, Lemur? What up, brother? That's the homie right there. Yeah, yo, you guys get your questions in. We got him for 15 more minutes, man. I'm literally just, we're just vibing here tonight. There's 3 strains. I feel like we spoke about those already. I'm going to go see him. We're going to go hang out this weekend. I'm going to be in Virginia. I will definitely have him come back again. But this is the chance. You know, when we get to the last 15 minutes, I really like to just open it up and you guys ask him questions, whatever it is. I always say no question is a bad question. It doesn't matter about, you know, whether, I mean, I know things that come up. Are you organic? Do you use salts? How do you grow? What are your lights? Like, I haven't seen you guys ask any of those questions to him. And I feel like, you know, surprising in a way, because those questions usually always come up. But I did have him on already, so maybe we already asked and answered those questions. I don't know. But I do have one. So what's the flowering time for the royal hybrids centered around 10 weeks, question mark? Are they centered around 10 weeks?
Honestly, I chopped the grapefruit goo at 53 days. It's been the fastest guava hybrid that we've had so far. And it had amber and milky trichomes at 53 days. But I blast them with a lot of light too. So most of the time, 8 weeks. And like the guy growing the Guava Goo F2 right now just chopped today at day 60, I believe. This is the Guava Goo crossed to the Gucci. So still half blue magoo, and then a quarter of the cheese, a quarter of the guava. And we're testing some of these out, and they just look beautiful. Super
nice.
Vigorous.
Yeah, look, they do look beautiful. The GMO back, we will get tuna fish cans sealed. Oh yeah, that's a long time. Let's go. I got some pogs in a tube. Let's go. Mule Skinner. I've got Bicket. I've got a Bicket of GMO cherry pie growing outside. It always does so well. Yeah, the Bicket's. I mean, the Bicket. You know, Nick did a really good job. That Bicket is something special. There's no doubt about it.
These are on week 4, and I'll probably take them around 56 days. 60 days would be the latest, but this is the one I chopped at 53 days the first time. I might take her to 55, 56. And then the Guava Lolly Kush, they might go 8.5 weeks.
Yeah.
But the Royal Kush, she's on about week 6 right now. And you can tell she's super fast. Like, she's already starting to draw her pistils in and the calyxes swell up. So she was a really fast one.
Nice. So that's week 6 right there. Is that what you said?
Yeah, it's on week 6. It might be 6.5 now. I'll probably take her at 56 days.
We have Christmas. Oh, there you go.
These have just had these are in Fox Farms Ocean Forest, maybe a little Happy Frog. And then I've top dressed with different guanos, insect frass, done compost teas, and then I like to feed them molasses at the end too, and also magnesium sulfate, so some Epsom salt too. Really brings the terps up.
So you're completely organic, right?
Except for when I make clones.
Okay. We got to get you on the Bakashi Earthworks, man.
Yeah, for sure. I've seen him a lot on Future Cannabis, and I might have talked to him a couple times on IG. I definitely got to get some of their products.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's doing good work.
The dank is Merc. Oh, shit, it always comes out. It always comes out, my friend. Just kidding. Yeah, he's working some, he said, is that from Professor P. So he's working some, some of that is definitely
Gucci is. Gucci that I crossed the Guava Goo mail is from Professor P. Just something I pheno hunted in pack. It's an Exodus cheese by Blue Magoo back cross too.
What's your favorite to grow? What's your favorite?
Honestly, any of the guavas, but I like to grow some old royals and old gassy stuff too. And I love the blueberries. Like, obviously, my top is definitely 90s blueberry that has those blueberry terps.
Nice, the ones that had outside. I only had a few. Oh, you must be talking. I think you're talking about the peach daiquiri crosses. I got you. You need some more news because you're. What's the terps on the mule? On the mule skyward.
It's honestly GMO funk. When I chopped it down, they were very skunky, and I thought they were going to stay like a skunky funk, but it's very GMO heavy, which makes sense with Appalachia's Trace Dog and something green crack.
They're regs. Is that what live factory plants were? They reg? Yeah, they're regs.
And they're photos, not autos.
All right, we got him for 10 more minutes, guys.
They're just really fast photos.
Feel free to ask away. Ask away, man. He's been growing. How long have you been growing for? A long time. So
I grew my first plant in 2001. My family had a pet store, so I had a reptile bulb and an aquarium light. I'd read on Airwood, an old form, as like the first thing you could read about growing and stuff back in the day, that UV, increased the THC and stuff. So I had a reptile bulb and an aquarium light and popped the seed out of some Mexican swag. It was about a foot tall. I smoked one morning before school, and then my sister came to school later than me. She showed up and said, "You're in so much trouble. They found a pot plant in your closet." So that was my first experience growing weed. And I didn't get to flower it out. So years after that, I just grew a few outside every year.
Damn, I missed. Yeah, I unpinned that one question. What did you what do you use the harden? Where was the question? I'm just trying to find it so I can put it back up there. I didn't mean to unpin it. Whoever asked that question, my bad. Let me see if I can re-find it. Oh yeah, there you
go. Honestly, I use a lot of different forms of phosphorus, from Roots Organic, the Foundation and Bloom. I use Cavern Culture by Fox Farms, which is a lot of bone meal and maybe a little bit of different guanos and beneficials in there. And then I use also phosphorus back guano, seabird guano, and then at the end I like to use molasses. And then for macros and calcium, magnesium, I use Roots Organic Elemental, just a touch. And sometimes a little bit of agricultural sulfur too, but very little. Yeah, I am intense, and I honestly use it's not a very well-known lighting company. It's called Volt Grow, VOLT Grow Light, and they're basically copies of the 440 watt PhotoBio Phantom, I believe, and they have the same specs. Really good UV and far reds. I also have Kind LED with the UV on it that you can turn up. And then for veg, Horticultural Lighting Group and a Kind LED veg bar.
What, HLG? Is that what you said?
Yeah. Yes. HLG.
Yeah. I still have my, I like my HLGs. I just do. I've had them for a long time. They fucking kill it. And I don't know. I mean, I'm able to switch. I just haven't really needed to. So,
I have 880 watts in a 4x4. So it's really overkill, but.
Is that okay? Jamaica back guano top dress. Yeah, like he talks about, he talked about 2001, 2002, and you only being able to be on the forums. Guess what? I was 10 years before that, and guess what? All we had was like the Grow Bible. Like, we had very few places to look. There was no internet. I'll age myself a tiny bit. We didn't have the fucking internet. All right, we literally had to get a High Times magazine. Find the grow, this is what we had to do. And we would, back guano, worm castings, like that was it, man. There was no like salt, we didn't have that. We just didn't. Metal halide, high pressure sodium, like that, flood tray. This is what we had back then. You know, well, we started with the soil, then we went to the flood trays. But the first time I ever grew, that was it, dude. Trying to go to all these places to get these like each piece of the soil mixture. It was wild back then. That's how it was.
In Humboldt, they told me they used to just grow, they called it red, white, and blue, blood meal, bone meal, and seabird guano. Just put it in the hole, and it had everything, nitrogen and what it needed for flowering.
Yep.
But that was an old thing, like from the 80s and 90s.
I'm talking in the 90s. The first time I grew was like 1991, bro. That's how old I am. Okay? That's how old I am.
That's awesome.
Yeah, first time I grew was 19. I had just graduated high school. So, I was like 18 years old. And, my cousin would go to Amsterdam. So I hear a lot of people talk about like where, he would go out to Amsterdam. I was a little bit younger than him. So I really didn't go with him. Maybe once eventually, but, he would bring back fucking weed in his shoes. Like this was pre us having to like, and the pre 9/11, that's really what it comes down to. Pre 9/11, pre all that shit, you were able to, like, you go to Amsterdam and you just have to stick shit in your shoes, cut like something out, special little fucking, and that's how you got seeds back then. So, yeah, first time, whatever, man. I'm just saying, not that I was that old, not that I'm that old. You know what I mean? I'm just saying I started young. No. Yeah, that's for real. Those are facts right there. That's how long I've been doing this shit. That's why when I hear some of the stuff, I'm like, I just laugh sometimes. And I'm like, you guys don't even know.
That's
I know
awesome.
people like Uncle Leemore knows, and I know a bunch of other people know.
91?
Yeah, 91. Yeah. Okay, like the Chem 91. I was at those shows, the Grateful Dead, where they found that. And that's why I always say, the Chem 91 is nice. You guys don't even know the other shit that was at the, you know what I mean? Like I wish I can go back and just pull some of the stuff into like now what we used to get back then. Because to me, the Chem 91, like the chem stuff, I like it now. I didn't like it so much, but it wasn't really, I don't know, back then. There was just, I can't even, that's a whole nother conversation for another day because I only got you for 3 more minutes. So, but yeah, that's how long I've been doing this shit. And yeah, that's the first time I grew. So 91.
You probably have a massive seed collection, don't you?
Oh, bro, because I run a seed bank and then the vaults, and I have insane amounts of seeds. Plus friends, friends of mine that were in Humboldt from the time I was moved to Florida. They moved out there. They were doing breeding out there. Most of those guys, well, my one friend in particular, has passed away, but I still have seeds of that. So I have all kinds of shit, man. I have all kinds of shit. But all right. So anyway, guys, listen, I'll have him come back. I'm just going to let you guys know there's a code right there. You guys are welcome to use that code on the site. It's a 15% off code, which means you're going to get these seeds. You're going to get some of his genetics cheaper. Then you're just going to get them cheap, really take advantage of that code. Go buy them. If you guys have any questions at all about the strains, you probably should have asked already, but you're welcome to hit me up, hit him up. We'll make sure you guys need to know whatever you need to know. We'll help you out. He'll help you out. Besides that,
we'll drop a few more crosses in a few weeks too, like some of the old blueberry cookies by Stardog work and a few different things. We'll get on the website.
Some of that, Stardog's insane. So for now though, like I said, you guys go to the site. He is on the site now. Y Factor Genetics. Go check out what's on there. And
there's probably only 50 packs of the guava goo left, and I would say maybe 8 to 10 of the guava lolly. So they're very limited too.
There you go. And I'm just reading what Raindrop said. Bring something with you to Richmond. You want to see me run? I'll pop it next round. Let's go.
I got you.
Hey, Raindrop, I need you to make sure you bring some of your best, your best flour. Just make sure. Have a nice bag for dark. Let's go.
I'll have some t-shirts with me too.
And I need a shirt
Gotcha.
from you. 2X.
2X.
All right, cool, man. We're at the end of the hour. I think 808's in the comments. 808 when you're ready to jump in. I know Canna Research said he was going to be driving, just so you guys know. He was probably going to come in towards the end with 808, and we're going to talk about the watermelon Roldex drop a little bit. But he said also he was going to do his best. So, you know, if for any reason Canna Research doesn't show up tonight, just know he didn't really, well, he didn't want me to put a post up about it, but just know Saturday night, Canna Research is going to be with me to do auctions. He wants to put up some rare stuff. So, you know, anybody that's looking for Canna Research stuff, slow your roll. Wait till Saturday night, and you're gonna have some access to some rare stuff. So, I started growing in 1992. Let's go.
Thank you for having me back on, and yeah, it's awesome having some packs up on your side too.
Absolutely,
really
man.
The first big bank besides their own on site that we're on. So,
yeah, my pleasure, man. You know, like I said, I love to have guys like, you know, that have passion come on, and it's always, you know, like, why not, man? This is what we're here for. We're here to get this stuff out to the people. So
that's why we're doing it.
That's why we're doing it. My pleasure, bro. I will see you this
Thank
weekend.
You so much.
Have a good night. Stay safe.
I look forward to meeting you, man.
All right, you got it, brother. Peace.
See ya.
All right, I got 808 in here, guys. I'm gonna bring him up. Here we go. Wi-Fi's out. 808 What up, brother? I'm gonna let me send a message to Max real quick. I know he said that he was gonna be driving, and he should be back in time. Just send a message.
I can't see the chat, but throw some ones up in the chat if you guys want to see some flour.
Let's go. All right. So here, let me I like when you come in because I know you could always hold it down. I really need to just get up. I've been here for 2. I'm just gonna
go walk, stretch,
yeah,
do your thing.
Yeah, I'll be back in like 2 minutes. 808's gonna hold it down, man. You can't see the comments though?
I just don't have my reading glasses on, so I can't see good.
Let me see if I can give you.
Let me look for my reading glasses.
I think you can
check it out, chat. So
I know when he
flipped the reverse camera always trips me out.
All right, anyway, I'll be right back.
So we got some GG4 indoor flower here. We got some buckets, and I got some new strains to show you guys. Oh, I'm tripping on how this camera's working. Okay, there we go. The reverse camera flip. GG4 ash rosin. Yeah, these are all, if you know, you know. I can't figure out how to zoom. Good idea. Let's check out some of these new strains. I'm sorry if it's reverse. So yeah, the new Canna Research 808 Grape Moon Pop to the GG4 Backcross. We got the Grape Gorilla. We got the Gorilla Burger, which is the GMO BX4 to the GG4 Backcross. We had a brand new 808 The Ricky Show collab, Purple Shake Gorilla Glue Backcross. We're calling it the Choco Mochi. We got the Sticky Monkey.
Let's go.
The reverse camera always trips me out.
Bro, it's so backwards. I
get so tripped out, all stoned on it.
It's such oh, they got the ones up. I don't even know what you were showing. I think they won. Okay.
How's these buckets? They came out crypto, yeah.
Oh, let me give you the whole scope. I think if you turn your camera, he would turn his camera and gave the whole screen. I don't know if that helps or not, but it doesn't even
I
matter.
gotta try one more thing. Camera. Try this one.
Oh
It's
shit,
still
let's go.
reverse. It's all good. Yeah, check it out. We got the 2 different buckets right here. This is straight GG4. This one is the indoor. That's the bud I was showing you guys right here.
Oh yeah, I need some of that. What's up, JB? Apples and papayas killing it outside.
Let's go. Apples and papaya killing it inside. But here, just peep this, and then they pass me the pack so I can show them the rest of what's on this blue menu.
Oh, that looks absolutely gorgeous, man.
Straight terps right here. Let's turn the camera on.
Hey, Anthony, I'm just gonna let you know, 808genetics@protonmail.com. Shoot him an email. That's the best way.
Yep.
It's the best way. I'm just, this way.
Anthony Brown, we'll get your order out real soon for you, brother.
There you go. There you go. Got you.
We've just been trying our best to catch up on all the mad support, and then we got these new glue. Did you print out the new glue menu? Give me the pack. And we found, you know how you were talking about the piss terp in the haze that you missed?
Yeah.
So we got one, like dead on. And we actually did I think you got the list, but the gorilla piss strain is just gonna be piss terps all day, like straight pissy to the max. It's like a cat piss terp.
I mean, listen, it's unique, you know. It really is. Like I grew up with it basically. Like that was just something, you know. I would always say, I've said it before, if I went to a concert, which I did a lot, and I sold some and I was in the parking lot, I would always know if someone was smoking that. It was that unique. And it just
very distinctive.
Very distinctive. I said it before, I'll say it again. Wait, hold on.
And do you guys want to know a little bit about the watermelon Rolex menu we're working on, or?
Yeah,
I was trying to wait till Max was here to talk about it, but if he I know life can get real busy.
Yeah, I know he said he was going to be driving. He was going to try to come in towards the end. I just sent him a message. He hasn't responded yet. So,
yeah, no, it's all good.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to pull up the YouTube so I can see the comment, because the comments are too small for me to read on this shit.
Yeah, I'm trying to put them up like
Oh, you're chilling.
Like that one. I said it before, but I've got to say it again. The Gorilla Chem dog is about 12 inches tall and absolutely reeks.
Because it's the real deal, you know?
Blue Sunset coming up next round. Excited for that Sunset Terps again. JB,
yeah.
I was on the 808 site last night and I couldn't find the Bookie Wookie to buy.
Oh, babe, you need to add to buy the grow book. How do we do that through the website? You got to just email 808genetics@protonmail.com and ask for digital access to the book. It's $100. It's the most complete grow guide you'll ever find. Covers everything A to Z: popping seed, cloning, training plants, harvesting, curing, you name it.
Apples and papayas was a stank skunk yesterday. Today it's skunky with some coffee. Oh shit.
Sounds like an outlier, probably coming from the animal cookies. But hard to say for sure because animal cookies is in the fritter.
And I do want to let you guys know something. Me and 808 spoke yesterday, and I did put this stuff on the site for you guys. So you guys,
there should be some single packs, right?
Yeah, and we did the here. Let me get into my site real quick. We did the death, right, and the
yeah,
and the hold on, I wrote it down. It's easier for me to look.
Yeah, we're working on the death.
Oh, the super glue
art. So yeah.
So we did the death. I think it was the death, right? That's what it's called. And the super glue.
Super glue and the death together for a bundle. I forget what we said the price, but it's a deal.
I think we put it at $20, if I'm not mistaken, right?
The Kauai Cherry is major. You got Kauai Electric, which is original Hawaiian skunk. to the Cherry Pie BX3. But if anything comes from us, just know it's 100% real deal, authentic. It will hurt a lot of feelings based off of just, you know, people have their own personal heroes. And we're basically we do everything we do for the plant, trying to provide good medicine. No egos involved, just what's the best medicine.
And yeah, shout out, yeah. You know, for the freebies we've been giving out, Kauai Cherry was one of them. Mostly every package you guys get off the site at this point in time is going to come with something from 808, because we have some left. We might be in need of some more soon, but we do have.
If you guys spend $100 on 808 while we're live right now, I'll give you guys that unreleased grape, Gorilla Grape or Grape Gorilla. What did I call it? I think it was Grape Gorilla. So I'll throw that in there for anything that you guys buy of our year equaling $100 or more. So you get Great Moon Pop times the GG4 back cross. Max doesn't even know it exists yet. I might have mentioned it to him, but I also might not have.
Yeah, he wanted to talk a little bit about. He wanted to talk lineage. He wanted to break down the watermelon Rolex for everybody a little bit more. He wanted to break down the Great Moon Pop for everybody. This is the sort of what him and I spoke about earlier a little bit. So hopefully he does show up and come in. If he doesn't, he will come in with me Friday, Saturday night. So you could always pop in Saturday night with me anyway.
Whenever's clever for me.
Okay, cool. Because he definitely wants to come in Saturday. He actually wants to put up some vaulted gear. That was why he wanted to come in Saturday. So maybe we turn it into, you know.
But Kauai Cherry, you got Kauai Electric, which is the Hawaiian skunk from 1973, crossed to the Cherry Pie BX3. And I also want to touch on, you guys were talking about pine bud earlier. Crippy does have a lot of pine notes to it, but it's like a gassy pine. It's not just straight pine tree, but
I like the pine, man. I haven't really seen anything too much.
Not every pheno of Crippy is that way, but I'm saying it's in the lineage.
Okay, Gorilla comes out was my first run with 808 gear. Super stoked, brother. Hoping
you will find amazing stuff out of that Gorilla Chem, 100%.
My sour tangy run smells like I just opened a bag of Fruity Pebbles on the stem rub. Let's go.
People will find out. They'll grow our gear, and just the smell in veg will be like, wow, this smells better than anything I've ever grown. You're like, yeah, you're getting the actual real deal over here, doggy. Yeah, if we say it's glue, it's glue. It's not S1 glue. It's not a glue cross. It is Josie Wales GG4.
Still waiting.
I'm going to actually dab some Josie Wales GG4 right now. And this is how you tell people, if you have real glue, then why don't you have hash rosin? Because you can make it into hash rosin. And they'll say, oh, glue doesn't wash. And then you go, that's just proof your cut's fake.
There you go. Okay, I did listen. 3-dimension veteran. I
soon
100% spoke to 808 about the veterans giveaways today. I brought him up. I let him know. I have to send it over to him. Hopefully by sometime next week, I'll make sure that I think there was 2 or 3 of you guys, maybe 4. I'll go through the orders. I know you were one of them with the veteran giveaway. We got you. Just be a little bit patient with me, because it's on me to really go through these orders and get them over everybody's orders. And I try to wait. I try to get through like a week or whatever it is, so I can send them over enough orders at one time. So, but I'll make sure by the end of the weekend, I'll get those orders over, and I'm sure
we'll get them out as soon as we can, guys.
There you go.
We don't got a big farm, but we do got a farm. You'll get like a sweet skunk with cherry to it. So you get skunk cherry basically, but like a sweet skunky cherry.
So the Kauai Electric obviously is going to be that skunky side of that. And he said also the growth cycle, structure, the growth cycle and structure.
One second there.
What else do we got? Park not in the house. Oh, shit. Damn, you found me, girl?
We got to represent Hawaii style over here. Take fat dabs on the live.
I know. I need some Hawaii flower or some dabs to smoke here while I'm with you.
I know, I got you.
Spanish Dre, what's up? It was Spanish Dre's birthday. I heard. I already sung him happy birthday, guys. Just, you know what I mean? All good. My plants
Murder was the cake.
My plants are up
Straight
for the
sweat.
season. Let's go.
Okay, structure, you said?
Yeah, he was asking. I think he wanted like maybe a flowering time general. Here, I'll put it.
You're going to get an 8-week to 9-week bloom period. Most phenols will finish 56 to 60 days. They'll get tallish, but they're more of what I'd call a moderate stretcher. They're not going to like stretch like a GMO or like a lot of other things. So I'd say not squat in the middle. So if you flip it, expect, it'll probably stretch 12 inches. Yep, coffee. What I just dabbed is coffee terps, the Gorilla Glue 4. Okay, so listen, if guys say they have real GG4, if it's not a chocolate, coffee, diesel fuel, funk, chem thing, then it's just not it. Like a lot of people think of Bubba Kush when they think of coffee terps, and I'm like, real GG4 shits on Bubba Kush. Just being real.
I'm growing Deadhead Chem. It is
And Bubba
small.
Kush is fire. Like Bubba Kush should be in the top 10 all time.
No, it definitely is. Well, will it stay like that in flower? Bushy. It's small and bushy in veg.
Yeah, the Deadhead Chems. So Chem D, real Chem doesn't stretch a lot. The Chem D, the 91 is more lanky, like a OG.
I seen that from the Stash podcast, and Swank was on there shouting 808 Genetics, and all the podcasters said your stuff was fire. Let's
Shout out to the Stash podcast. They know what real smoke is, and people who fuck with 808. I'm just gonna say this: show me another breeder that's dabbing their own shit, smoking their own flower, and their eyes are actually red as fuck. Because most of them out there, they don't even smoke their own product. And if they do, shout out to them because they're real. What's the Moana's Gift about? So Moana's Gift is a pure medical variety. We went for how do we create the most complete terpene and cannabinoid profile possible with what we have in the quiver. And so we went with Form Girl Scout cookies to AC/DC. The reason we went with that move was the Form Girl Scout has high THC and high CBD and a bit of CBG. So it's already well-rounded. It tests 28 to 30% on the THC side. So by pairing it with AC/DC, which is in that 27% CBD range, you could make magic. And so that was the whole idea, was to create a magical variety for veterans, for people just looking for a better medicine, a better option, something that's a complete whole plant medicine. And my daughter was involved with that whole, she was going through seizures at the time, and we were wanting to like create her own strain, which thank the Lord she's not having seizures now. But yeah. Fuck,
yeah,
that whole thing is even hard for my brain to think of.
Yeah. So they want to know what's the D terps, and then does the legit Chem D cut always variegate?
What is the D terp? So legit Chem D should be really funky, like a real strong garlicky, just fuely funk. The one we got has been out here in Hawaii since forever. I don't know if I could date it, but they say it's been in their hands for close to 30 years, I want to say. And it's the real Chem D. Like the hash is the one, the flower is the one. I traded a $15,000 Joe P rig, custom 101 colorway to get the cut. And I usually don't ever buy cuts, but Chem D is that special to me. It's Chem D has to be mentioned when talking about the great top 5 cannabis strains in the world.
I mean, it has to. It's used.
So, you know what I mean? And then Deadhead Chem is a Chem D back cross. I already have a male picked. I actually had 3 really nice males picked, but I have all 3 cloned, but I have my eye on one specific fully variegated plant. Never had a fully variegated plant in my life. Head to toe male variegation. And just so you guys know, males are less likely to show variegation. And it's just been proven. I've been saying this for a long time, but now it's scientifically proven, okay? And this is no hate here. This is just science for you guys. Feminized seeds are not only genetically modified, they're restricting the gene pool in the sense that there are 7 different chromosomes that only male cannabis plants carry. And so a lot of those crazy, like skunky, gassy, funky, hard to carry over in breeding projects terpenes and profiles are actually attached to the male chromosomes that the females can never carry. So by feminizing, we're actually eliminating 7 different chromosomes from the whole gene pool altogether. So there's some education for you guys. Shout out to the homie who sent me the paper on it. I've been saying it for a while just from my own work and what I saw when like I do a Crippy S1 versus a Crippy back cross, how certain things don't transfer through.
Yeah, we were just having this conversation earlier.
But it's pretty radical, dude, right there, because stems are amazing, but you can't capture, like, let's just say you want to capture coffee, okay? I'm just going to be the first one to come on live and say it. You can't make a S1 or a fem anything and keep the coffee terp. The coffee terp is carried in the male, right? Same with the pine terp. Same with a lot of those old school classic terps. Like, it's not possible to transfer it over through a feminized breeding project. I haven't seen it. And if somebody's been able to successfully do it, good job. Anyways, guava nectar. Yep, that's the fire right there. Sherbin runs 33 is a straight guava cut. It's like pink, purple, red buds. Like it literally looks like cartoon weed. Like it does not look like it's real.
Yeah, we were just talking about pin.
My ChemD has never hermed on me, but with that being said, I grow a lot of strains that people say herm on them, and they don't herm for me. So if we're being total transparent, the first time I grew cherry pie, it hermed. It had sterile pollen, never hermed again on me. The first time I grew Gorilla Glue, hermed on me, had sterile pollen, never did it to me again. So is that me learning the plant, or, you know, I can't tell you. But ChemD never hermed on me one time. Ran it indoors under LEDs, outdoors, doesn't herm. Got floodlights right there from the neighbors, my zone, like artificial light contamination, doesn't herm. So I'll tell you this though, I read plants, okay? And guys will look at me and not believe this, but my dad was 50% American Indian. So I believe that I can look at a plant and read that fucking plant by looking at the stem and the leaves, like if it needs certain things. ChemD is a sensitive plant to feeding. So most people that would have a herm problem with ChemD probably overfed it, then overwatered it. It's both a light feeder and a light drinker. And so I've been dealing with the plant so much in my life, I can read these things. I can look at it and go, you're hungry, you need calcium, or you need some fucking nitrogen, or, you know what I mean? I can literally look at it and within about 5 to 10 seconds, go, you need this, or you're perfectly happy.
So I think they're asking about the Moana's gift still on how much CBD.
So the Moana's gift has tested at 31% THC and 29% CBD with, I believe, 4% CBG, which may sound out of this world, and we're talking flower numbers here, not concentrate numbers. It was tested multiple times, and there are multiple people that have found 40+% cannabinoid phenos from the Moana's gift. So are you going to be one of those people? I can't guarantee that. I hunted it and found some amazing stuff. I never like cloned it for too long. I wish I kept it around longer. Everybody loved it.
What's the terps on the Moana's gift still?
So when people talk about Maui Wowie, it's kind of to me like a sweet mango, but you get a haziness, like a older style haze to it. So it's not mango bud, it's not mango kush. It's just like in Hawaii we see common things, and so it's not super common, but one of the common terps, if somebody actually has real Hawaii genetics, will be what we call kind of like a sweet mango haze bud. And that's how I would describe the Moana's gift profile. And that's kind of how the Maui Wowie terp that I've seen the one time that I saw what was supposed to be authentic Maui Wowie.
Okay.
But again, like I said, there's that terp floats around under Island Haze, under a couple of different names out here.
Sounds fucking delicious, though. Okay, so you have so many strains. What are your sleepers you have out now that we could pick up before they take off?
So when you say sleepers, do you mean strains that'll literally put you to sleep? Or are you talking like brand new, you could really make some noise with something that like nobody's ever even seen?
Let us know.
Yeah, because that, like, if you want narcotic, put you on your ass, that's an easy list. If you want like things that I think will take off, I got a list as well, but that's more of like what I, in my opinion, what's gonna catch.
All right, dude, I'm definitely running your gear in my tent this winter. Too damn hot for the next couple months in NorCal. Really want some old school purple tasting shit. What would you
If
recommend?
you want some good old school purple tasting stuff, I'm doing this rainbow ropes. Shout out to Easy Grown and the crew down in Texas for hooking it up. My Genetics Cherry Pie runs back cross. That was a collab we did with Raw Genetics originally. And our first cross with it is going to the Watermelon Rolex. It will be super limited, but that would be one of my first choices. If not, we got a bunch of really good Cherry Pie and Purple Urkel crosses that kick ass as well. But I'm just saying, like, I'm taking guys that are 50 years old, 60 years old, and tell them, smell this thing, Unks. What you smell, Unks? And they're like, bro, that's like the 90s, the late 90s perp right there. And you're like, yeah, what if I told you it's Cherry Pie times Runt? They'd be like, no fucking way. And you go, it's recessive genes, right? You got Purple Urkel in the Cherry Pie, okay?
Yeah.
You got Grape Ape in the Skittles. Hello? It went back. BC Hawaiian Sativa, 11 weeks, menthol creamy. Nah, menthol creamy is not too much of a Hawaiian Sativa terp at all. So if you're looking for true Hawaiian Sativa terps, there are 3 distinct ones. You got the mango haze, you got the cat piss haze, and then you got like the skunky one, the like just the skunk. So those are the 3 Hawaii distinctive profiles. There's also the more piney, gassy profile as well. But that's in the Crippy. So Crippy was not as well known as Kauai Electric or Maui Wowie or a lot of these other Hawaii, Puna Butter, a lot of those ones out there. CBG. So if you're looking for CBG, anything with Form Girl Scout in there would be a top choice. So like the new menu we just did with Dark, you got, I think it's like the chocolate chip cookie dough. You got Form Girl Scout to the GG4 back cross. The GG4 back cross is going to add vigor to the form. It's going to help the form branch out more. The form will bring density and some color. The glue is going to bring that silver sheeny resin. And I mean, Girl Scout don't need any help on the bag appeal. It could just use some bigger buds, which the glue will bring. So for me, first choice is always for CBG. I would go with Form Girl Scout or Animal Cookie crosses. A lot of people dislike cookies for whatever reason. I see the benefit of cookie having CBG where a lot of other new varieties have none. Like a pure glue is going to be 32% THCA and nothing else but terps. You know what I mean? There's no CBG in that GG4. We can put it in there by how we cross it. So that's why like we use GMO, which has the Girl Scout in there as a backbone in a lot of different things. It brings CBG to help broaden the profile, and a lot of people don't know this, but the CBG is actually, I think, part of this the sleeper effect or the like, the creeper effect. Like you smoke it, and then 15-20 minutes later, it like kicks in harder. I think that's the CBG.
Sorry, I was in another window there.
The Big Willie skunk is from Kawaitakine Seeds. His has more of that cat piss train wreck terp to me. The Kauai Electric that I rock is more of just the skunk, like that classic skunk that everybody's like, yo, that's it. But like I said, it's from 1973, the same clone. Like a lot of people are going to say bullshit, but then the thing is I got guys over here that are of age to say, no, this is it. They're 74, 75 years old. Do the math.
All right, so real quick, he said on the brand new line, On what are the sleepers? You know, the ones that you.
The brand new line, the chocolate chip cookie dough, has that CBG.
Going out your purple apples.
Purple apples and bubble gum chem. Let's go. Appreciate it. Shout out to everybody rocking with 808. Keep it growing big and strong. Keep the plants healthy. Yep, we got real roadkill. I think we offered that to Dark. That one's limited, so don't sleep. We have roadkill to the glue. If you didn't get that, Dark, we do have it.
Okay, yeah, I have to look on the menu. I could take a look. I'll see if it's
that
not
one might be a little bit. If I didn't add it, that one might be a little bit more because we do have. So you guys that are interested, we do have 1998 White Widow. Okay, so if you're looking for funk, like guys will sleep on Widow. I'm telling you right now, Widow and Chemdog have to be related. I promise you. When you smell them, you're like, bro. They grow different. They're slightly different. They're definitely not the same exact genetics. You know what I mean? But the funk that's in the Widow and the Chem is undeniable. The Widow is just more like dirty earth, hashish type vibes. Yeah, we do have roadkill to the glue, and if it's not on Dark site, we do have it. We did Widow to Chem, yes, but that was unreleased because we were going to breed with it. So we did Widow to glue, and we were going to not release it too because we're going to breed with that. Because I'm transparent. Widow to glue and Widow to Chem, that's where it's at. Listen, like if guys want old school green donkey dick buds, that's how you make it happen.
All right, so what's the Z about? And then I'll let you guys know there is Z bundles.
The Z is fire. It's got like a grapefruit candy profile. It's kind of like a lime thing. Everybody's cannabinoid profile is going to determine things on how they perceive terps differently. But the Z is the bomb.com. You need it.
All right. Yo, sounding good.
And like I said, what was the deal, Dark? It was super glue and the death for what? Like $20, $30?
There it is right there. So I pulled it up. That's what I was showing you guys. I'm not going to keep that up there, but I will show you guys. That's on the site right now.
See right there. Go grab it.
Yeah. All you got to do, you'll see it listed just like that.
And just so you guys know, the reason I'm running this deal is if my dad would have been 74 this year, I believe. So, and that would have been June 21st coming up here. So we're trying to run some deals on stuff that is his favorite genetics. So
and there you
go.
I'm going to take it down, but that's on the site right now. I'll show you guys one more time.
So really 24 easy. Seeds, guys, $20. You got the GMO Larry OG in there, so you're guaranteed going to have CBG in the end product. Really high levels of THCA. Should have some hashers in there if that's what you're looking for. And just ultimately just trying to make the best medicine for people who are looking for sleep, pain relief, anti-anxiety, hunger, like appetite stimulation, all of that. If you're looking to go fast, this is not the menu to do. This is not the menu. No, the death is Crippy. So my dad's 1986 Crippy. So our most heirloom cuts, just so you guys know, based off of dates, I was never given a roadkill skunk date on the cut. So I don't know that date. I'm assuming it was mid 80s, but we got Y Electric from 73. We got the Crippy from 86. We got the White Widow from 98. Okay. So if you look at it, that's a pretty old school lineup right there. We got the 91 OG. That's old as well. So some heirlooms, the Chem D, I think that was popped later than 91. I think that one came more in the, like, when did that come from? Like 2000?
I mean, I think it came from the same batch. I don't know when it was popped.
It came from the original seeds. I know that.
But after, yeah. Everyone bitches about weight, but you can't find badass. Yeah.
Well, the reason, and I want to address this for you guys. So any successful company in the history of anything ends up having a weight for the product, right? We do have people that come help us to help get the product out faster. The reason there's a weight for the product is for the price and what we're offering. People know what it is, right? And for those that don't deal with us, they get a little impatient. They may go make a thread on the internet about us, but at the end of the day, I'm gonna stand here 10 toes down, showing people what's good, actually putting out real work, real genetics. So yes, there's a wait, but the wait's worth it, because when you're gonna grow a plant for 150 days, you gotta have the real genetics. You know what I mean? The average growing time of a plant has to be what, 6 months minimum? 3 months, like if you really try to just turn around and do it right away. It's like, I know people don't want to wait. It's just,
Yeah. But
we
they're happy
got,
with the
if I could have
work
3
day.
people packaging in the office all day, all the time, I would. It's not that easy. We got to do transplanting. We got to do all kinds of stuff. What's up, Trey the Great? Trey the Great got some of those dabs. Let them know how strong those buckets are, Trey.
Yeah, let's talk about, you know, show them
And
some
we got
buckets.
deals. You guys spend more than, what is it, $500 with Dark? I got a free bucket on the house for whoever does. And these buckets, they're not cheap, man. These things go for $140. And I heard Tino say he's doing his for $160. So we're in Hawaii and we're doing it for 140, which is 2 grams. So what's that? 70 a gram.
Yeah, 70 a gram.
Donation only, patient to patient, real medicine.
Yep. Some fire.
Real gas too. Like, we're trying to push real gas, and we're not, oh, let's cut at 8 weeks so the color is as light as it can be. It's like, let's cut mature resin heads.
Keep selling these scoops.
Look at what he says right there. Fucking day wrecker. They say night. Yeah, it says night on the jar, so you don't smoke it first thing in the morning and then get in trouble with the missus because you passed out and didn't get shit done. Because then when you look at the jar, you're like, night. You're like, first thing in the morning, you're like, fucking send it. And then you're like, yep, fucking did put me down.
That's it.
So you asked for it, though.
Oh, shit.
I'm going to need to hit one of those here in a minute for you guys.
All right, well, we got about 25 minutes left, y'all.
Go scoop some stuff up off the site. If you guys scoop some stuff, I'll show you guys the watermelon Rolex menu. We can talk about that.
Yeah, let's talk about that. Let's see that.
Let me find my paper.
Yo, and I got a discount code there. I'm just saying, for $20, I'm not saying use the code because, you know what I mean, that's my part. But I'm saying might as well. Go ahead. I'm cool. There's 20 of those on there. $20, man. 2 packs, $20. If you guys use the code, it's whatever. It's only going to save you like $2 to $5, whatever. But for like $20, you guys can get both those packs. There's only
the watermelon Rolex menu.
$20, 2 packs. The Crippy to the GG4.
The watermelon Rolex menu.
Just saying. So they're on the site.
Look, I can't find it.
Go grab them up. Can't beat it. You just can't.
Yeah, and if I showed you guys this bag of seeds, you'd be like, yo, what the fuck?
Yeah, you got like, I know. A crazy.
But I'm about showing people by putting numbers on the board with real deal genetics for the prices you can't resist, because then you guys can fucking just kill it.
The watermelon ice. Yeah, I sent out a bunch of freebies to you guys. I'm just, you know, I did a bunch of kind of research freebies.
Yeah, if you see anyone spend more than $100, Dark, I got that great,
you know,
Gorilla Grape pack for them that's unreleased.
You want to see what I found, bro? How about this? This is insane. This is actually what he made the watermelon Rolex from. I found a pack of the rainbow Rolex from the breeder that the watermelon Rolex came from.
Dark's folding over here. I had like football.
But I'm gonna probably have to hold on to that.
Might be right here.
Yeah, go to the site, man. You really can't. That's what I'm saying. I put up 20 of those 2-pack bundles. You got the Crippy to the GG4 to death, and then you got the
the White Princess menu out. I would highly recommend Gary Payton to the glue, Sherbanger to the glue, obviously glue to the glue, Chem D to the glue, Crippy glue, FFB glue, Cushman's glue. I think a lot of people are going to sleep on that, and be crazy to sleep on that.
Post your
The black maple is going to be wild. You know, and there's some, you know, a lot on there to not overlook. The GMO, the peanut butter breath. I mean, listen here. It's literally the whole menu is just like match. Like anyone that wants gas, we have something for you. Even if you want citrus, you got lemon, you got orange, we got guavas out there. We got the grape moon pop in there for the, you know what I mean? Who doesn't want some chocolate grapes?
No doubt. Hey, Mark, I just want to point out the scroll at the bottom. It's like backwards for me, but that scroll right there, it's darkstargenetics.com. Really easy. Anybody that doesn't know the website, what are you guys doing? darkstargenetics.com. Easy.
And we got the glue box set too. If you guys want to get the glue box set, that is, I believe it was six. With Dark, we're doing it for 600. It's 40 plus strains. You get the chocolate widow. You get the sour chocolate diesel, which is sour dub, which made the glue to a Gorilla Glue backdrop. That's just magical.
Yeah. And listen, you guys could actually go, okay, there's a 5-pack bundle on there too. So for $100, you go get the 5-pack bundle, right? Then you get the 2-packs. So don't, you know, put those 2-packs in that bundle. Get 5 and then 2. You get 7 packs, and it's going to be $120. And use the code. I'm just saying, you guys are going to get fucking your packs for a really good deal right there. Go do it. I need chocolate grapes.
Well, the chocolate grapes, you got to spend $100, and I'm going to throw it in for free. The unreleased pack, but I can only offer that for the first 10 people to do it.
Oh, that's
not a big. It's not a big seed stock. Wasn't even really planned to be in the menu. Just kind of happened.
So chocolate.
Like my Stony Lizard shirt, Dark. How's my Stony Lizard shirt?
Yeah, no, I like. You know what? I wore. You see me at that
throwing
event,
the shaka
right?
too. He's like, I got the Hawaiian shirt on. Throwing.
Yo, you saw what I wore.
Why they
out
say
there
char
in New
soup?
York, right? When I was with all those guys, dude, I had the fucking the Cheech and Chong shirt on, the 808 shirt I rocked.
Oh yeah, I seen that, dog. I was like, yeah.
Hell yeah, yep.
I was like, he's representing the squadron.
That's right. Absolutely, bro. I was stoked to wear it too.
Okay, so here you guys go. It might be in backwards mode. If it is, just screenshot and figure it out on your time. I don't know what to say. But here is the watermelon Rolex menu. Dun dun dun.
Here, let me give you the screen. There we go. Dark Stars Home Shopping Network featuring 808. Let's go. Hey, man, we trying to give you the steals and motherfucking deals.
So you got black maple, MD, cherry pie, crippy. I don't want to overlook anything, but it's a big. There's another page. Grape high chew, grape moon pop, lemon lips, papaya, runts, sour trop cookies. This is Harry Pond's breeder cut, a straw guava. The black maple cut is as well. Sherb, Skittles, sugar tits. But wait, there's more. We got Blue Dream in the mix. And how are you guys not going to get the Blue Dream GG4 right now from Dark is blowing my mind. So we got Hawaiian grape ices out there, ice cream pound cakes, lemon sugar lips, lemonade, sour dub, all kinds. But yeah, big menu, as you can see.
Oh yeah, yeah. And hey, I was trying to get kind of research on tonight, guys. Apparently, you know, I mean, he said he was going to be driving. So, as I said earlier, I will make sure these guys are on with me Saturday night at some point. I know Max is going to come on with me. 808 will jump on. We'll talk a little bit more about that in the live Saturday or Wednesday.
Shout out to Max. The mail he made is a masterpiece because the wife isn't allergic to anything and she's allergic to this mail.
Yeah.
So like, you're already like, that thing's got some terps we don't got 100% because it's got the resin on there. You rub it, it's got a nice sour melon to it. So
the lineage
on chocolate grapes is grape moon pop times GG4 back cross.
All right, so he has to spend $100 to get that. Is that the pack that you're talking about, or is it something different?
Yeah. So if anyone spends $100 on your site while we're live tonight, up to 10 people, I'll throw in that pack for free.
Okay, so make sure if you do go do that, put it in the notes. Make sure you leave it in the
put a
notes.
note, you guys, that you get the Hawaiian or Gorilla grapes, I think it is, or chocolate grapes.
Make sure you leave it in the notes though, so I know, because it'll be, you know, I'll see it. You know what I mean? Just understand me looking at orders. I go through orders. If
The
shit's in
peanut
the
butter
notes,
breath we have to the GG4 back cross, I don't want to say it's better than white truffle, but the peanut butter cut we have is incredible. The GG4 back cross we made is incredible. It'll be amazing. You really want it. I would tell you need that. Like the peanut butter breath is just the fucking. It's so funky and crisp. It's just below your mind.
So anyway, yeah, that's exactly where I got that shirt. Of course, man. That was the drop we did with the Labrador.
Yeah, the Labrador guys. Come on now.
I still got some
That's
of those.
an iconic piece of art too. Like that's one of my favorite pieces of art. So yeah, like imagine that was like a UV piece of wall art.
Oh yeah, bro, that is the best. He killed it.
Like that's what we need to start doing.
So how many hours? Okay, I don't know. You have to figure. I guess you'll have to figure that out yourself. Shit,
yeah, I don't know. We try to offer everything at a reasonable price. If you want every pack off the Gorilla Glue menu, it's $600, and I think Dark's got a 15% off code. So that's you're getting fucking hooked the hell up.
Yeah, you guys are getting hooked up with that code, man. Like I should, you know, the packs are so cheap already. I'm be honest. When I put out packs that are $10, like we've done, and I see you guys use a code on a $10 pack, I'm like, that's, you know, whatever. Like it's all good, but like, come on, you know, come on.
The code should be only activated at spending more than $100 or $150.
Yeah, I have to figure out something with the code. I definitely do because
it's tough though because it's like I could sit back and try to charge 100 to 150 a pack, but then they just go slower. I'd rather guys grow them and then say how much it's the bomb and then raise the price after we don't got as much.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah, All Stars, of course, man. That's my brother. Yeah, he's gonna come on me Saturday night. He already reached out, so NC's gonna probably be on me Saturday night, and yes.
I gotta send Dark some smoke. I haven't seen him get to take a toke the whole live yet.
No, dude, I gotta go upstairs. No.
I gotta get you some smoky, dog.
I need some. All right, compare. I think you just compared the peanut butter and GG4.
We don't have a G. So the GG4 BX2 is the glue to the current male.
Okay.
There is no GG4 BX2 bundle.
Compared to the white truffle, I'm sure it's
better. It says he's spending over 120. The code's right there at the bottom. DMAC, yep. It says.
There you go.
DMAC 15.
Real easy. That's who came through earlier. Who came, you know, DMAC Gardens. That's my homie. So
the Blue Dream is Santa Cruz cut Blue Dream to GG4 back cross. It's called Chocolate Dreams. Get it now before I tell Dark we don't got no more. The price on that pack alone should be 100, but you can get it in the bundle. Spend 100, pick 5. It's in there. Do it. What you waiting for? Real Blue Dream. Like if we say it's a Blue Dream, it's not. Oh, maybe this. No, it's 100% guaranteed. Put my reputation on the line.
Yeah, no, it's all. Wait, I just unpinned that. They're all whatever. Yeah, GG4 BX4. I think they are. Or BX2.
It's all GG4 back cross.
Yeah, they're all. Yeah. They're not all the BX2 in the bundle. Just the GG4 BX. Not all the whatever it says at the top is what it is. So yeah, it's all from the same.
Did I get my cut from Rob on the Blue Dream? No. The homie over here has had the Blue Dream for forever, and I got rid of it because the wife was getting panic attacks from it. And then when they saw 808 blowing up, they're like, "Yo, here, dude, take this."
Yeah, and we're talking about the glue right now. I'm not that nasty glue. This dude actually grew and sent me a little bit of flour. That shit was good, bro. I really liked that. I liked everything you sent. So can you please send more? I'm dead ass serious, bro. I think it was called, what was it? Nasty glue? Tell me what that was. I'm curious because that shit was fire, bro. Yeah. All right. What else do we got? Oh, we're caught up.
Telling you, glue is the truth, dog. I'm gonna send you something and be like, "Fucking what the hell? Yeah, I don't want to smoke nothing but this now."
No, dude, it's fucking yeah. What I have from him, yeah, that shit dang, I want some more. All right, so did I miss anything? We got 10 more minutes, guys. 10 more minutes. You already know how I get after, 3 hours. I always have 808 on last year, and I'm always like, fuck, bro. I get so like, I should have him come on first. But
He's like, my back.
It's just hard to sit here for that long. It just is, man. But yeah, okay. So I just do want to All Stars, yes. I know I just said it once, and I know, shout out to NC. We should all have a little, have him in our hearts because he did just lose his mom. That is a brother of mine. And NC will be coming on Saturday night with me at some point, and I'm going to try to help him out, give him a platform and help him out as much as I can. So him and I spoke today already.
Yeah, any questions on the new glue menu, let me know. And then and we got GMO to glue on the menu. We got ChemD to glue. We got a bunch of funky things on there as options. That sounds like a good cross, GG4 GMO. And then Grease Monkey, I know, has got GG4 in there.
Yeah, dude, he killed it. He sent me a little, he hooked it. Yeah, he did a good job. It actually sent, I still have the seeds too that he sent. I'm not, man. Okay, how about we'll take the last 10 minutes and we'll do a couple hashtag giveaways. They're coming from me. We already did the one from Ade. I'm gonna do the giveaways, but you guys still can ask any questions that you want, or we'll wait till 5 minutes. We'll do it with 5 minutes left. It gives you guys time to get any questions you guys have in. Anything you guys want, man. You got 808 in here. Any question, no question is a bad question. I always say this. So whatever you guys want to ask. I'll give you guys about 4 minutes. We'll go through those questions. I'll do like 2 giveaways to end the night. And, I am going to end it tonight in about 8 minutes at 11 o'clock because I really haven't eaten anything and get a little cranky after not eating and sitting here for so many hours.
Yeah, I need to eat. Strongest gas from the glue menu, I'd go with the straight. Fuck, that's tough. I'd go with either the Stupa glue, the Death, the chocolate chem dog, also known as glued, or Lab Monkey, the GMO.
Oh, let's go. Hell yeah. Where are the coconut terps?
Yeah, bro. Holly Girl has the coconut terps.
Interesting question, man.
Holly Girl has coconut terps.
Yeah,
Wedding Cake has got the potential to produce coconut terps, but it's more of like a vanilla cream.
I think that's a good question. You got Hawaii, 808, coconut. I mean, I like that question actually.
Yeah, Holly Girl's got good coconut terps. Certain Cushman's crosses can have it as well.
All right, let's do. I'm gonna throw this up on the screen. I'm not gonna just leave it up on the screen because it'll shrink 808 and me, but I'll leave it up for a minute and I'll let you guys put the hashtag in. And like I said, any questions you guys have, feel free to ask away. We're still gonna keep an eye on it.
And all the glue packs, just so you guys know, are all ready to go. Here, let me show you before I take my dab. So anything you order with Dark, as soon as we get the order, they're ready to ship.
All right, perfect. Yeah, and make sure, like I said, guys,
like inventory we just made today. We had a full tote, Gorilla Knockout, Gorilla Piss. Like, if you guys want the cat piss there, you guys should get the Gorilla Piss ASAP. So yeah, we got piles ready to go.
Let's go. Chris, my girl over here, my friend,
you got to email us 808genetics@protonmail.com for the book. And just for digital book.
All right, here we go. Let me put this up on the screen. I don't think it's gonna. I think we'll still be up here. Yeah, we're still up here. All right, cool. So real easy. 808 genetics, guys. That is the hashtag. So you guys put that hashtag in 808 genetics. I'm not gonna leave it up there because it sort of takes us off the screen. I mean, at least on my screen. Maybe it looks bigger on a bigger screen, but so making my order is trying to figure out choices on the Glue BX bundle. Let's go. And don't forget, there's the 2-packs for $20 up there, guys, as well. So, you know, there's 108 people in here right now. 110 people. I see 20 of you guys on X, 90 on YouTube, and 1 on Twitch. Facebook, nobody. I'm gonna stop using Facebook. I just am probably.
Go tap in, show some love.
Yeah, $20, man. On the one, you got the the build your own 5-pack bundle, and then you got the box set. And you have single
We're going
packs.
in. Cheers.
There's single packs as well, guys. Single packs as well. So all that is on the site right now. And I'll make sure, just order the GG 5 for 100, so I get the Grape Gorilla plus other 2. Yeah, you got to put the order in for the other 2 for 20 though. Yo, Tim, that's on there as well. So make sure you put the order in for both. And the only reason I say that, bro, is so when I go through the orders and get with Jake, I'll be able to let him know. Because unless you put it in the notes and you just send, if you put it in the notes, I got you because it's fine. But yeah, you'll also get the Grape Gorilla because you spent over $100. Yeah.
Yeah, we got the green portal to the GG4. That's super gassy too. Oh, I just destroyed myself, chat. Man down.
Man down. All right, I'm getting the 2-packs too, so 7 808 packs. Looking at other stuff maybe, but we'll see. Let's go. Hell yeah.
Let's go.
Appreciate you guys.
If you guys are curious, what I hit, that was the garlic Gorilla Glue that just slapped me around. Which we do got lip balm containers available if people are interested.
All right, so we're at 4 minutes left, guys. I'm going to spin this. I'm going to throw this back up on the screen, actually. It's weird for me. See, there it goes. It did it. Now we're not on there. I don't know why it does that. It's fucking weird. But I don't know. I like, we're doing this. I want you to be able to see us. I just feel like it always makes me feel weird when you guys just hear my voice and can't see my face. I'm one of those people in life that likes to look people in the eye and, actually have a conversation.
Oh, and the chocolate skunk, that Kawhi Electric skunk cut with the GG4 back cross, definitely do not sleep on that. Or the Gorilla Butter Breath. I keep forgetting to remind people.
All right, so let me say this to Troy. Wait, hold on. Let me just take this off so they can see it spin.
If you want to add stuff, you can just tell Dark what you want to add, or if you ordered from us, we can figure it out. It's all good.
That's exactly what I was about to say. Yeah, I was going to say if you order from 808, I would shoot him an email or just hit him up. If you order from me, the easiest thing to do is if you want to add something to an order is go put another order in, and in the notes say, please add with my previous order. And if you're using a credit card, I will give you free shipping.
Yeah, exactly what he said. If you already placed the order, we'll bundle it and throw in some extras if you're paying a double shipping fee, just to make it easier.
Yeah, especially.
Do you not have Gorilla Butter Breath on the menu, Dark? It was Gorilla Butter Breath to the GG4 back cross. It's called Crazy Glue.
Oh yeah, that's definitely on there. Crazy Glue.
It's on there, right? Okay.
Yeah, it's definitely on there. I know the Crazy Glue is on there for sure.
Yeah, and a lot of those are limited, so don't think, oh, the Blue Dream or the Crazy Glue or whatever it is going to be available forever. It's like there'll be a short burst of availability on certain ones, and then there'll be either what we call vaulted or just sold out. At that point, not enough seed stock left.
Here, I'm going to pull it up. Hold on real quick. And I'll do one more giveaway.
Just know the super glue, we tried to produce piles of that, so don't worry about that one. We locked it the fuck down. But you definitely want to grow that one ASAP.
All right, let me see. So here, I'm just going to show you guys, make it easier. So,
and throw the ones up in the chat if you guys want to see my fucking haul of seeds from this one menu. I'll go get it and show you. Throw them ones up.
All right, so here you go, guys. This is a site, and it's real simple. Write the pack down, please. Wait, did I? Oh, I said leave number. All right, whatever. I'll figure it out. But super glue's on there. What did we say? The crazy.
Yep, look at all that fire.
Yeah.
So the papaya is called chocolate papaya. The Kawhi Electric one is called the chocolate skunk.
Yep, chocolate skunk's on there. Chocolate pine fuel.
Okay. Yeah. I see.
Oh, the RKS GG4 is on there. Which one was it? Wait, is it not on here?
The Gorilla Butter Breath, I think, is the one we're looking for. It might not be on there.
Wait, Buttercup? That's not it, right?
Just look for GBB. Where? Oh, yep, there it is, Buttercup.
Oh, there it is. All right,
Right
so
there.
it's right here. Number 19. It's number 19. So there you go. It's number 19. Sorry, I couldn't see any of the comments, man. When I'm in that other screen, I could only see. You know, I'm in another screen. So even though you guys can see me,
You have 3 order numbers, Tim. Tim's going hard in the paint over here. Appreciate it.
Hell yeah.
I'm wrecked from that dab. I'm not gonna front. That thing got me.
All right, I'm gonna do one more hashtag giveaway for you guys. And like I said, Troy, if you want to add to it, just put another order in. If it's from my site, please add to the your other order number. Not a problem. If you're paying with a credit card,
Hey, listen, if you're a fan of gas, I'll make it easy for you. You gotta get the Chem D, you gotta get the glue, the Gorilla Butter Breath, and then from there it's tough. I would say you want the GMO in the mix, and then if I didn't say Crippy, you want Crippy in the mix. If I already said Crippy, you probably want the San Fernando Valley in the mix. I mean, there's a handful of just you gotta have them gas variety. Trust.
All right, I'm gonna do one more hashtag giveaway, guys. I can't see y'all again, so let's do. We'll just do end of the night.
Yeah, San Fernando Valley to the GG4 back cross will be amazing. 100%. I think that's called the Terminator.
Oh wait, I put the wrong thing up. Hold on. Bam. So there's the hashtag. I'm not gonna leave it up there. Like I said, it's weird for me because we're so small. So that's the hashtag to end the night out, guys. This will be the last giveaway. Lowe's Grows, you won the one before. I can't remember who won the Ade one, but I have it written down. Like it's on the tip of my tongue. We'll figure. I got you. And that's the hashtag for the last giveaway, guys. I'm keeping an eye out for any other questions. So if you guys have any other questions, I'm actually going to pull this down now. You guys know the hashtag. Just finish it out like that. Real easy. And I'm going to say while I'm here, I appreciate everybody. You guys already know. Love. Ooh, look at this. Look at this. Dang. Yo.
Let me show you this bag real quick. Now you got to get off.
Hell yeah. Actually, only 2 order numbers as my Y factor. All good. Yeah, that's let's go.
2 pounds of some GG4 back cross number 2. Light work, you know?
Light work. Nothing at all. Oh yeah.
You're like, you need some. I heard you guys needed some Gorilla Glue. Yeah, I got you.
Oh hell yeah.
Well, like, look at this. Like, this is like one plant right here.
Yeah, that's this is why this is why you guys get these good prices, man. This is why you get hooked up. I'm just saying, come on.
As they say over here, kawaii as why. Doesn't even make sense, but that's what they say.
Oh shit. This is why you guys get the deals that you guys get. There you see it right there.
Hey, we got 13 pounds of seeds over here off one menu.
Yeah. Insane.
That's like more than a lot of guys produce in like their entire career of making.
No doubt. That's an
One
insane
pull.
amount. Yeah. Yep.
And bless the Lord, you know what I mean? If it wasn't for the, like, straight up, like, I feel like that's all of our blessings come from above, period.
Agreed. All right, you guys. I am going to put that up. Smash the heart button. If you guys are on YouTube, share it, like it, view it, do all that good stuff. I'm going to spin this one more time. I'm going to give a shout out to Ade that was on with me earlier. Y Factor Genetics. Obviously, this guy right here, 808 Genetics. And let's spin it here. Let me get this up. Put this back up here. Oh, it took the whole screen. See? All right, here we go, guys. Good luck, good luck, good luck. Let me get that comment off there. I don't know why it does that, man. Why it takes us off when I put it up there. It's weird. All right, JRT Abel. You got it, JRT Abel. Hit me up. Let me know you're here.
Let's go. Congratulations. Oh, here it's quick to it.
All right, cool. JRT. Oh, listen, JRT, I don't know your name, so let me know if you're on Instagram. If you're not, the email address is Chad, C-H-A-D, Chad, at darkstargenetics.com. You can just send me an email real easy. Oh, yeah, it was B-Work by David. Yep, that's who it was. I knew who it was. It was going to come to me. But let me write this dude, JRT20 Able. JRT20. All right, perfect. Much love. Thank you, bro.
Thanks for having me on, Dark.
Absolutely. See you guys. If you guys are on Instagram, Saturday night come through. I'm gonna have kind of research on, and I'm gonna try to have 808. We're gonna have this guy come through Saturday night as well. We're putting up some gear, some kind of research gear, some rare stuff, some stuff that he wanted to release, and a whole bunch of free stuff he wanted to give out too. So keep that in mind. Saturday night, if you guys are on Instagram, we're going to be giving out some good stuff. Steals, deals, you guys know how it goes. Hope everybody had a good night tonight. You know, I always tell you guys, I couldn't do what I do without you guys. I appreciate you guys more than you could ever imagine. I really do. So much love. Stay safe. And I'll see you guys Saturday night. If I don't see you Saturday, I'll see you next Wednesday night. Same place, same time. And I already have sort of a good lineup. I already sort of know who's coming on next Wednesday. So, peace. Good night.